All right. Hello, everyone. Sorry I'm late. Uh, I was taking a nap and I woke up just literally 10 minutes ago and I was like, holy shit, I have got to go. So I don't even know. Um, it's yesterday. Okay. Um, okay. All right. So I wanted to kind of just, I don't know, do some random stuff today. I gotta turn on the sound. I don't have the sound on. I want to do some random stuff today. Nothing particular. And I figured, since they were doing the jumpstart thing, let's do that. I haven't done this. Um, I also wanted to try out some different like weapons. So this is like okay, first of all, let's do the sound. There. That's good. Another thing is like a lot of people were disputing saying that like uh longbow is actually really good. Uh, I like on a Reddit post that I had recently where I talked about how a lot of people are focusing on the wrong weapons when they're talking about like, because people are talking about like, oh, we need a rework of this and this and this, right? And the ones that I see coming up that I saw in this one post was like, oh yeah, Mesmer staff needs it, and I'm like, not that I disagree. Like I love Mesmer staff and I really really like it, right? And it's been kind of nerfed. Why does this not work? It keeps not letting me do this. I don't understand why. Um, but there's like more egregious weapons that really need to see an update, right? And I think one of those is the long range weapons for the warriors. So I made like a flame themed warrior. I just literally went through the tutorial level, and came here and ventured over there, and I guess in the meantime leveled up. I don't know. I don't know how I leveled up, but yeah. So let's just do that. I haven't seen them. So the jumpstart thing, and I'm gonna look into that. I kind of want to see. So Queensdale, Metrica Province. We're going to be doing all of these. Local hero. Complete any origin achievement. Okay. Yeah, you can get like a specific weapon, I guess. So let's just look at all of these. That's fine. And the Mist Stranger says, welcome, warrior. Does it state? I'm sure it states whatever, whatever you are, necromancer. This world is in need of heroes of your caliber. Prove yourself. Complete 5 events in the zone, and I will lend you a weapon to forge your way. How much time do I have? I cannot linger here forever. Once the event that spurred me to these lands ends, I must depart. Perhaps we meet again one day. Blah blah. It's weirdly enough because usually. Oh, there it is. I was trying to do that earlier and I couldn't. Okay, so 2 weeks. They're giving you 2 weeks to do this. I don't think you even need close to 2 weeks. Shadow Behemoth World Boss spawns in 45 minutes. Let's see how we can level up. So like I wanted to see like how the leveling is nowadays as well. Because that's like a whole different shipping anyways too. So but I'm gonna be doing longbow. I'm gonna be using a longbow because I do like longbow. I know that it shines really when it comes to Berserker, with its like special F1 action key and stuff. So, but yeah, I'm just gonna be using a longbow. There's no event. There's gonna be like once an event happens, we're gonna be switching to the other maps, I guess. Arcing arrow, nice. We leveled up. I mean, the leveling is now such a breeze. If you follow the jump start, the regular like, what is it called? Like the hero. I don't know what it's called. The character. If you follow this, like as you guys can see, like, you know, obviously, oh, this is where I got my points from. If you follow this, you can level up your character in like a day. Like you can get to level 80 if you, I don't know. I'm just saying, like if you put a lot of time into it. Let's tend to the corn. Give me corn, baby. All right, cool. Load up. Look at this. Look at all these experience. Like 80% of a level here, just from that. We're looking around for events. There's no events. Give me some events. I mean, everyone is doing this right now, which is kind of cool. I mean, I like that. It's bringing. Where's the Mist Stranger? He's literally right in front of you once you start. It's silly. I ran right past him. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, they literally place him in a perfect spot too. Whoa, look at that! I used each of my arrows from my double shot. I think that's what it's called, right? Dual shot. It's called dual shot. Hey, Emily, welcome. I'm just doing the jump start today. I'm just making a new character. I don't have very many warriors. I've realized that I have like a ton of every other profession, and I had one slot over. So I was just like, well, you know what? Let's make a warrior. Let's make a long range, like a bow wielding warrior. We'll see how that goes. I haven't, you know, like. I've been thinking about doing the challenge mode, but the problem is just like I don't know what to make. Okay, I just I haven't talked about this. So on Reddit the other day, someone actually brought up this exact subject. They talked about a challenge, like challenges that people do. They were like, okay, what challenges do you do? Like what challenges do you make for yourself in the game and stuff? And I commented and I said, hey, listen, so I actually did like a series of different challenges over on my YouTube channel, and I kind of explained some that I had. I said, you know, pacifist and the Pokemon challenge, you know, and all that stuff. And they were like, wow, that's really cool. And they actually wanted to know, like, I don't know whatever came of it, because they wanted to have a link to my channel, and I gave them a link to my channel, and then I don't know whatever happened to that. Because they never said anything to me after that. They were never like, oh my god, that's really cool, I subscribed, or anything like that. They were just like, oh, thank you. And I was like, okay, yeah, you got it. And then nothing came of it. But it's kind of cool, because I literally, I thanked him for starting a, because the Reddit is so, like, the Reddit is so the same all the time. Like, it's the same crap all the time. It's the same posts every day. It's the same stuff every day. And I'm part of a lot of different gaming subreddits, so I see what other MMORPGs and other like life service games, or not even life service games, the posts that come on there, and they're vastly different. They're much more engaging. They're much more like it really feels like people are engaging in more critical thinking when it comes to other games. At Guild Wars 2, it's like the same posts over and over and over again, and it's just like one of those things where I'm like, holy crap. Like, do people not? Oh my god, look at this. There's so many people here. This is great. See, I hate when you bring your level 80 character to this stuff. Like, that's really dumb to me. Collecting a shiny apple. I need more apples. See, when you do this with a level 80 character, like, this is so annoying. You're taking away from all the new people. Like, they should literally have done this achievement only available for characters under level 80 to really.
Welcome.
Wait, where do we bring the apples?
Hello there.
Where's the apple man? Is it you? You're not Mark.
Nice to see you.
Oh, no, I guess so. You are it. You are indeed it. How are you, Emily? But yeah, this is kind of, they should have really done like, nope, you have to do a character under level 80. Because that could have sold them like some character slots too. Because people could be like, well, I don't have a character on level 80. Well, you go and buy, you know, like give us a Black Friday sale for that, and then
Hit the trees and make them shake.
the bull's on the run.
The apples down. Oh, and watch out for spiders.
What are you doing? You okay? Oh, ew. Go throw up somewhere else. You okay? Go somewhere else, please. Go throw up somewhere where I don't think you. I just literally heard my cat, like... My god, that was such a weird sound. So I thought I had my cat locked out of this room, but I don't. And I literally... There's a ton of people there. Okay. Oh my god, that was really creeped me out. Because I was like, I thought for a minute there was no one in this room but me. So I hear the sound, and I'm like, "What? Go! Please go away!"
And hey, without you running things, it'd be a serious pie shop.
Oh, yourself. There's a sock here. Here, have the sock. Not one that sock. I don't know where that sock came from. There was a random sock on the floor. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to check under that. And then all of a sudden, so I have on both sides, I have like dressers next to me where I have like stuff on. Like on my left is a lamp and my printer. And I hear this really weird sound coming from right underneath it. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like I literally was just like, what is going on right now? I was just like, this is insane. I'm like, what? Like I'm literally, that's why I was so shocked, because I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, the cat isn't in here. Like, there's no way, but the cat was in here. And it was the cat throwing up. I don't know. It was, I don't know if she actually threw up underneath there or not. I'll check later. It's fine. Because she didn't really throw up. It was just like a little bit of bile, I guess, that came up just now. What crazy, I don't know. Hey, Jacob, welcome. But yeah, I really think that they should have done this event for under level 80 characters, really incentivizing people to make new characters rather than come in with their like full legendary gear and just shooting everything inside and making it horrible for new players. This is like a horrible experience for new players, not thought through at all. Okay, so we have done this. Do I talk to him now, or do I have to finish all the other ones? Or do I need to do all of these? Let's find out. Because if I need to do all the other ones, I'm just gonna go to the other areas. But we're already level 7, like from 3. We've leveled up 4 levels in how long? How long have we been playing? 13 minutes. I was just like, where is this? Where is the guy? With gained strength of required. Well done. I will grant you selection of main hand weapons appropriate for warrior, but only once. Be confident in your choice. Give me a warrior weapon. Interesting. You get a dreambound weapon. I mean, I don't like I knew we were gonna get a dreambound weapon. I just don't care for dreambound weapons. I really don't. That's interesting. Look at this. Is this a first ever having a that I feel like that's the first ever having an exotic weapon that's like no level requirement. That seems like not normal. I think I'm gonna do this or this. Seems kind of strange, doesn't it? This one doesn't cost me any You okay? Hello. That is I think that's a first. I want to say that's a first. Having not a legendary, an exotic weapon with no level requirements and having berserker stats on it. I mean, that's fantastic for me, but all right, we're off to other areas now. Let's do Caledon. What? Cat, can I help you? Please stop. It's like knocking on my chair. I'm like, stop it. What? What do you want from me? I'm not even saying anything. Hello. Oh my god, she was so crazy fucking loud earlier. I cannot even tell you guys. She was literally like every day she gets louder and louder and louder. It's just like, I don't know what's happening. She just like screams. And then I let her daughter in, okay? And her daughter is an outside cat, hands down. Her daughter does not want to be inside. She doesn't enjoy it in here. But I let her in, and she chased after her daughter, tried to fight her, and her daughter was just like try to play with her or whatever, you know? And her daughter was just like, I don't know what's happening. So they were like doing a little bit of playing back and forth, and then her daughter ate her food, went on the litter box, and wanted to go back outside. I'm like, and this all happened within like 10 minutes. And I'm like, you know, cats fucking suck. Like, I'm like, whatever. Like, why can't I have a cool cat? Why can't I have one of those cats that's just like cool, you know? Likes chilling out, likes cuddling, doesn't meow all the fucking time. What are those cats? Alright, so we're leveling up really fast. Like, leveling nowadays, The Legend of Zelda, it's a little kitty cat.
Pardon me. I'd like to talk to you.
Care for an expedition? Maybe to the east?
Expedition, eh?
So the Mist Stranger is right here. Okay.
Maybe they'll clear up before we get there.
So do you only get like one weapon and then you can get this 20 slot bag? I mean, that's kind of nice. Again, I think, so one of the issues that ArenaNet, I've realized this kind of is running into, is they're introducing new systems and new things, and they're not giving proper instructions on this, right? Like, the Mist Stranger could have the opportunity to really tell you, like, hey, you know, you've done 5 events in Queensdale, how about trying to go to other areas? But they didn't even say that. That didn't even, unless I missed that dialogue, there's not even, that doesn't even get mentioned. So it's like, how are new people supposed to know that you can travel to these other areas? They don't know where Caledon Forest is. They don't know where Metrica Province is. I mean, they can click on this, but it's like, is it going to show exactly the one waypoint? It's going to show the one waypoint. So perhaps that is good. I don't know. It's a little confusing. I just wish I had a little bit more dialogue or something. Like not actually like spoken dialogue, but you guys think the Mist Stranger is somewhat like very important in the story of Guild Wars? Like, let's get real, okay? We had our Herald that rode to us like every so often, and she was revealed in season 4, and she ended up being like not really that important of a character, and she has not been in the story since, which is kind of a shame. I feel like that could have been a bigger reveal or more interesting reveal. You know, it's just like, I don't know. Take this. So we're gonna be doing like a Condi build with this, just longbow. It's really good right now. I just need to find some events around here. I'm trying not to mount up either. Like, I feel like to really get the experience, I know that everyone is like, oh, get your roller beetle and just zoom through everything. Like, I know that that's not really what everyone's saying, but I'm saying I feel like that's what it's like. Jump on it. All right. Flying conditions. Oh, look at that. Oh my god, Jump On is getting attacked. Help him out. Done. No events happening? I guess it's just because people are running around here like crazy. Bam. Bam. You know, I recently started watching some VTubers. And that's, I don't, is that a concept that I'm like interested in doing? Probably not, but I still find it like really kind of cool, like in a weird way. Like there's some kind of, there's like a mystery to it, right? Because you don't know who the person behind the veil is, kind of thing. And that's really like, that's kind of fun to me. You know, I don't know too many VTubers or something. Like I would take this to be like maybe in like a darker tone. Like I would want to have like my identity or my persona be like the Mist Stranger, for example. Like that's a perfect example, right? So, like a mysterious person and they talk very mysterious. Like you could, you know, it's like acting. You could literally create a role for yourself and just be that. You know, and that, I think to me that's really, really cool. I really like that. Of course, most of the VTubers that are out there that are popular are the really cute like animal whatever, you know, they add the little fox ladies and cat ladies and stuff like that. They're like all cutesy and they talk like, oh my god, that's so cute and whatever, you know, which is whatever. I don't, no judgment, but obviously those are like the most popular ones. I wonder if there's some like really like ones that take it on like just and do something completely different with it and they're like super popular. I don't know, but it's an interesting concept. I wish there was more that I could do with streaming, but you know, the problem is that you need an audience in order to do certain things, right? You know, because I want to do things like I've thought about like doing giveaways and stuff, but it's like if I do giveaways with like 3 people in the chat, you know, that's just like, that's really stupid. It doesn't make any sense, you know, to do that. Oh, we get our F1. We get our F1 here. We can create a fire field. Woohoo! Fire to everyone. Effect increases with adrenaline. Okay, what does that mean? How does it increase? But yeah, maybe one day. Who knows? Who knows? So I was tweeting about this as well. I'm working on the underwater video. I've been talking about this a lot, but one thing that I'm having, like, I feel like the script so far, like I'm pretty close to being done with the script on it. The problem with it is that, you know, I have to visually convey the information, the ideas that I have, right? Like I'm doing an auditory thing, but some people might be like, okay, that means nothing to me. So I'm having the issue of like I have to create like specifically the maps, okay? Because I kind of describe what I could see happen in the maps and the like events and the areas and stuff. So I need to kind of piece together maps. So that's kind of what I was working on today. I'm really upset about that actually, because I had a really good concept. Like I was working hard. I had like a really cool map, and then I realized that the image itself, the map itself that I had was way too small. Because once I started adding, because I went and like got all the different icons and stuff, right? And off the wiki, and I wanted to put them in and make it look like an actual map. of Guild Wars, and I was doing like I'm kind of like cutting and pasting from a lot of other maps to kind of create this map. The problem was that the base of it that I was using was like way too small for like a standard size. Like I could increase it, right? I could make it larger because it's a very simple setup that I have on there. And yeah, and so I ended up putting like a good 3 hours of work into it, only to realize that this map is too small. Because once I started adding the icons, you couldn't even see what the specific icons were, and I was like, oh, I should have looked into that sooner. I should have made sure that that was large enough early on. So I had to scrap all that, and I was very upset about it. So and then I was like, you know what? I don't even want to work on this anymore. So I kind of lost my inspiration and motivation there for a minute. So I just kind of was just like, whatever. There is no events happening because everyone is doing these. It's fucking wild. But that's okay. I mean, it's still gonna happen. I'm gonna have to do it. I'm gonna have to sit down and make this map. I kind of like I feel pretty good. Like I'm making 1.5 maps, I want to say. Like I don't know, because I'm gonna be talking about obviously the 3 different maps, one of which I'm using an existing map, and then 2 of which would be new. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. How it goes. But I think it's gonna be a fun little, like a little concept video of making event in the spider cave. Great. I'm not gonna make it there anyway in time. So we'll just journey around. I'm sure we'll find events. Oh, hello. Burning is a really strong condition. I mean, it is the strongest condition in the game, like hands down. So building there's 3 classes, 3 professions that can really build on burning. That's the guardian, obviously, the elementalist, and the warrior. So, but I've never really, like, even on my regular warrior that is this an event? I think that's an event, guys. That's happening right here, right now. I've never really done like a condition damage, like fire build or whatever. So if I could make like a fire centric build, that'd be kind of cool with a warrior. I got shoes. I didn't even put my new shoes on. I see all these brutes coming here, but no event spawn. So that's funky. I wish this would tell me. I wish this would tell me effect increases with adrenaline. Like, tell me how it increases. Do I want to do something? Oh, that would be kind of cool. Frenzy. Shooting my arrows really quickly. Oh, signets would be nice too. Improves power, precision. There's nothing that works on condition damage on these. Physical, I could do. Yeah, I don't know. Bolas would be kind of nice. Throw bolas. I think I'm gonna do frenzy stands. That's a physical. Whatever. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm just kind of talking away with no one saying anything, so I'm just kind of like la 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 la, and that's. There's the event happening down here. Go go go! Whee! I'm coming.
See something? No.
Yeah, all these like level 80 characters are just doing their thing. I'm excited for the weapons though. I've been playing my Necromancer a lot, my Condi Reaper, because that's actually a really super fun build. It does a ton of damage, and it has high survivability because you have Shroud. And it's really nice because I realized that it fills a lot of niches that might not seem important to some people, but to me they're important. So being able to do close range and long range, you can do both of those because when you're in the Shroud, you're close range, and for Condi, you use a Scepter, which is long range, right? So you have the option of going in or out. Then we have the, do you have to be on your mount? Like, get off your mount, bro. My good God. Then we have, you know, doing condition damage. Like, the thing is, in open world, condition damage isn't that great because it doesn't ramp up fast enough. You know, it doesn't cleave fast enough in order to actually, like in areas like this, for example, if I was using condition damage, I probably wouldn't be getting credit for anything because I just don't do enough damage, like fast enough to even count, right? And then for example, like Spectre, like Scepter on Spectre, like I was thinking about that, and the problem with that as well is that it doesn't give you it doesn't give you any AoE. Like, I would love for Spectre to become my main, but I've realized, and I really love playing my Spectre, the problem is you have like no AoE damage on it. And it just, the Shroud skills, the Shadow Shroud skills are very underwhelming. I just, you know, they're just, I don't know. So it's just one of those things where I'm like, ooh, I got a hat, I have boots, and that's it. To me, at least. I mean, someone might say, oh no, Spectre is like top DPS or whatever, right? It's like, okay, it's fine, but it just doesn't feel good to me to play it. Like, if I compare it to other classes, like I literally, I went through today and I compared it. I did the Ascalonian Catacombs, the story mode, and I soloed it, right? I went in and I soloed it. And I did it first on my Spectre. I went in and it did on my Spectre. I didn't even get all the way through. Did I finish it? No, I didn't. No, I ended up getting like really frustrated with it because I kept dying over and over and over again, and I was just like, you know what, screwed, whatever. And then I did it on my Reaper, on my Condi Reaper, and I like no problem. I literally like so smooth went through the whole thing. It was crazy, and I was just like, okay, you know. Awakened Remnants are in the area. That's interesting. Do they come all the way down here? I don't know. So yeah, I don't know. I find Spectre to be very lacking. Like, the only thing, that's the thing, that's why I talk about like different niches or whatever. Like, the Condi Reaper lets me go into any type of like different content, like any type of different content, because I have, you know, condition damage lets me do really well towards like big bosses. The power damage, the AoE, the power damage lets me do like regular PvE. The shouts let me, like, are great, like instant AoE stuff. I have a lot of break bar stuff, a lot of survivability because of my second bar. Like, there's a lot of really cool things that come with Reaper, or, you know, Necromancer in general. And I don't know, and it's just, it feels really not that good on Spectre, unfortunately. Like, I still feel like it's a very clunky elite specialization. The only thing it's really good for is like I do the most, I think it's my highest DPS when it comes to like doing like strikes and doing like damage on enemies and stuff like that. Like, I think that's where it like does really well, because you can stack all those like poison and torment and stuff in there. So I don't know why you want to be a fox lady. Well, no, oh god, oh, okay, finally catching up. I mean, no, it's not that I want to be, right? But I just, like I said, I would do someone like, if I had, because you have to create rigs for it, right? Where they like mimic the movement of your mouth and, you know, your face and whatever, right? So it's like, it's a whole thing that you have to create. And I was thinking like doing something like that, but like, for example, the Mist Stranger, right? And I look like I'm some mysterious figure from the Mist or something. Like, that would be really cool to me. I would not want to be Fox Lady or something, you know. That's not at all what I'm saying. I would not want to do that at all. All right, let's go to another area. We're going through the tunnel that no one ever, I don't know if people really know about this tunnel. It's really like, if people were to read what it says, it literally says why don't they offer all the weapon types, is what someone is saying. And I'm like, the Mist Stranger literally tells you, hey, you can't get all the weapons, you can only get the weapons for your profession. It's like, just read the text, bro. Like, don't be such a sweaty MMO player. Like, come on. Speedy arrows everywhere. We're gonna fuck them all up. Get some experience points, you know? No one ever comes in here, so. Look at those bonus points we get in there. But I think that would be kind of cool, because I also have the voice changer, right? So it's like I could change my voice to like be something really like deep or weird sounding or something, and that could be the thing, like that, you know, that could be my persona for certain streams or something. Do an evil stream where I'm like just talking about doing bad things in the world of Theria. It's like, no, Jeb, I will not help your fields. I will make sure that all your crops wither and die. I don't know. I'm just random thoughts. Oh, shut up. Stop. So I was really upset today. I went and bought candy. I never buy, I try not to buy candy, okay? I have a really bad habit with candy. Because I will eat the whole bag in one go. Like, and that's not an exaggeration. That is literally what I do. I can get like a huge, like a family pack of Twix, and I'll eat the whole bag in one go. And be like, alright, cool. That was like 7,000 calories, but that's okay. So, but then I bought this mixed bag because I went to Family Dollar, okay, because something else happened and I don't want to talk about it. I had like a pretty shitty day, but, so I bought this bag, and I'm not a fan of Snickers. I don't like peanuts and like that type of stuff. So I bought this bag of like, they call it caramel, and it was like this mixed bag of candy, and it's literally 75% Snickers. I'm like, I don't want that. It's Snickers and like caramel and M&Ms that make like 90% of the bag. And I'm like, I want the Twix in there. Like, the Twix is my favorite candy bar, dude. Dude, imagine being a Twix VTuber. Like, just a Twix. I'm a Twix with a face, maybe. That would be really funny. I would love that. Would love that a lot. I just combined like two random thoughts that I had together. You know, I'm trying to make conversation here, but you know, it is what it is. Oh, I can activate this mortar now. Die. Ouch. Where is I? So I think it's like, is it tactics or discipline? It's discipline, right? Yeah, discipline. So I'm definitely gonna have to take discipline to get the crack shot, so I can get burning on there. It's gonna be good. Is there anything else? Weapon swapping? I'm not gonna weapon swap. For boon on your target. It's the only thing that I want out of that. I guess that would be nice. Yeah. The problem with this burst skill is that it just takes so long. Like, it has a cast time. It's not instant. It has a cast time, and then it has like such a high arc, right? That it takes forever to get there. It's just like, ugh. In PvE, that's like not good at all. That's why the Berserker one is really good, because it creates like this field right in front of you. Really good. Gummy bear and jelly beans. Interesting. See, I'm not a fan of gummy or hard candy, like that type of stuff. I don't like that type of stuff. I'm huge on chocolate. Like I'm a chocolate, chocolate is, there's a lot of stuff I'll do for chocolate, okay? I will tell you that. It's really bad. I want to say it's probably an addiction. Like, and I'm not trying to say that as in like, oh my god, I'm addicted. Like, you know, I'm not trying to be funny or anything. Like, I really think I'm addicted to chocolate. Which is kind of crazy. So I try to stay away from it. Because it's like, it's bad. It gets really bad, guys. Whee! Alright. Get out of here. So, not a lot of people know, I realized this as well because I'm right in this area, so I thought of it, that you can actually see Ventari. You can actually see Ventari in the dream early on in the game. And people don't realize, and he sits right here in the dream when you first start, because you start right here. This is where you start in the dream, and then Ventari is right behind you. It's crazy that people don't know this. So many people are like, what? Ventari's in the dream? Yes, you can actually talk to him. Dark chocolate? Dark chocolate is pretty good. It depends. There's certain dark chocolate that's really good. There was some kind of dark chocolate that I had recently where I was just, because sometimes dark chocolate is like way too bitter for me. But I feel like it comes to the quality of dark chocolate. If you get like high quality dark chocolate, it's not as bitter. If you get the like cheap like Hershey's is shit. I don't know why Americans think that Hershey's is good chocolate. It's awful chocolate. Hershey's is fucking terrible. You heard it here. Like, Hershey's Kisses are fine, but that's probably because you have them in like it's just a small little, you know, droplet of chocolate. But oh man, Hershey's is awful. It's fucking bad. I don't know why Americans think like that's good chocolate. It's not at all. Like, I literally, when we first moved here and I ate it, I was like, is it supposed to taste like this? It tastes like it tastes like it's chocolate that's been sitting in a cupboard somewhere for like 75 years. And you just like take it out and you're like, I'm gonna take a bite of this chocolate. Like, uncovered and everything. It's just been sitting in a cupboard in like some old lady's house for like 75 years, and you just take a bite of it. That's what it tastes like to me. I'm like, ew, it's fucking disgusting. Why would you want to eat this? There's certain like, I like the cookies and cream one, the Hershey's cookies and cream. Like, that is good stuff. Like that, I'm like, okay. but like the standard regular, and even like I said, the dark chocolate, like that's the perfect example of a chocolate, of a dark chocolate that's really bitter, is the Hershey's. Like the Hershey's dark chocolate is like so bitter. I'm like, oh, I don't know. See, because it's like there's like no flavor of chocolate anymore. It's literally just bitterness. It's the same reason why I don't eat any spicy foods, because it's like most spicy foods, they don't do it in like a tasty way. They do it in just like, yeah, burn your fucking mouth off spicy. It's like, bro. So your old Choco Fox lady. I love that this is the stuff you're taking away from my ramblings of 45 minutes. That is the 2 things that you're taking away. Or like 3 things. An old fox chocolate lady or whatever. It's really funny. It's like selective hearing, where you're like, you just want to hear specific things and you only pick up specific info. I know you're just kidding, but it's still funny to me. Come on, Scales. Scales are really strong because in low level areas, they like use regeneration, and it takes a lot of health for them. I wish they would like rework regeneration. Regeneration is like, it's such a lame boon. I don't know how they could rework it. It's just, it feels lame to me. I do love Twix. Twix is very good. I get like Twix is, it's bad. Like I said, there's like chocolate and regular, there's not a lot of things I wouldn't do for chocolate. With Twix, yeah, like hands down, I will murder for Twix. Like I will fulfill a like some kind of murder contract on someone for a Twix. For just like 1 Twix. It's bad. It's bad. I've always been very just like, my whole life I've always been huge on sweets. Oh, you can go through the side. Okay. I like walk back around. I love how like I'm casually like running around and I'm like leveling up so much. It's insane. It's insane. Take this, ancient Maguma worm. Oh, I dodged an attack. Here, burn. Burn, baby, burn. Give me some might, get some blindness. Yeah. That's actually a pretty tough fight for early on. So I tried to, on this character, just so you guys know, I tried to create like a really young guy. Like I wanted to have something really like this young dude. So look at this child. Look at this man child. He looks very young, doesn't he? Oh. I was just like, I'm gonna go for that. Like a young warrior. Straight off the training ground. I can't wait for the balance update and the weapons and stuff. It's gonna be super fun. I'm definitely gonna stream next Tuesday. Let's go. Let's swap maps. Gives me experience boosts. Gives me a little experience boost right here of 10%. Get out of here, bats. Take this. I was thinking of doing more challenge runs. I can't come up with anything that's like engaging or fun or interesting or anything. Like I was thinking like first person, I was thinking like no trades, I was thinking like no UI, like cuz you can delete like, you know, UI elements, right? So it's like, what if I do it without a map, for example? Like without a map, without my skills, but just still being able to like, because I was thinking like if I turn off if I turn off all this, I wonder what you can turn off. I actually, you know what? Now that I say that, I'm not even sure what you can turn off when it comes to UI. Menu bar, yeah, I hate that. I never show it. Because if I can get rid of the skill bar, the mount skill bar, objectives, the compass, rewards is fine. I can stay like that. Party can go. Chat panel could go. Target? Oh, that's up here. Competitive. I don't even know what this means. Yeah, so I was thinking like doing a I'm looking forward to the next sort of. Yeah, you know what? That was, I think I think that's the best one because it looks really good. And I love the ideas on it. I love the skills on it so far. I think the issue is that we got like a 20-second video and we got like a little bit of a description, but we don't know the specifics. You know what I mean? We don't know how strong every weapon is. We don't know what the cooldowns are. We don't know what the different effects are and all of this stuff. Like, I think a lot of it is really like, it's a sneak peek. It's not enough to really. I don't want to go in the water, guys. I'm gonna avoid the water. Just saying, if you're wondering what I'm doing. So yeah, but so from what I have seen, I think the most excited, and I think this is among, like, I think this is the consensus for the whole community, is the two that are like the most awesome looking one, like most impressive looking ones, are definitely the Guardian pistols and the Necro swords. I think that a lot of people are excited for those, specifically. Like, I think overall those are probably still mad about this, ArenaNet. The misspelling of that name, really annoying, really annoying. What are we doing? We're collecting little creatures. I can help with that. Hello. There's a mini raptor. There's a mini blue. Do I need to kill it? Oh yeah, there we go. Take that. I can eat it. Probably not the best idea. Yeah, we're not gonna do that. There you go. There's Legend of Zelda. I was like, wait a minute, isn't that? Yeah, the Guardian pistols look really cool, and I'm ready for that as well. There's a couple of ideas that I have for
Bring those things back to the column.
I don't know. I think they look really cool. The guns on the Guardian. Oh, here we go. I just hope that this really is a sign of them. Like, it's, you know, it's not even like a lot of people would say like, oh yeah, look at other weapons, look at older weapons, so that you can make them, you know, that you can like improve them, right? But it's not just that I want them to be improved. I also want them to just get new skills, like redo some of the skills. You know, some of the coolest weapons in the game right now are the ones that have seen some kind of revision, or the ones that were added newly, right, with elite specs, right? I think when we look at like Guardian Staff, for example, I think Guardian Staff is super fun, but it's seen plenty of revision.
Don't get too close.
You know, it's I really want them to look at some of these old and just change them. Like, not just up the numbers on them or anything like that. Look at this one little plant here. You know, not like just even look at the What are you doing? A cat. I
Bring
just...
those things back to the column.
Someone grab that experiment. Why are you guys still shooting it? Grab it. Oh, crap. Oh, there we go. Loot stick. I mean, I don't really miss it. I totally get why they got rid of it. It was getting ridiculous. Like, specifically in World vs. World, that was like 75% of the people running around in the Zerg was like those people. I totally get it. I mean, the idea is really cool of rather than shooting a ball of magic out of it, you are like using a wave. Like, the idea is really cool. I think they could have changed it a little bit where maybe the side damage was like not as good or something, and like just like a small cone in front of you is like the biggest damage, perhaps, something like that. I don't know. Unstable Fool. Look at that icon. That's a cool looking icon. That's not something you see every day. That's something you don't see every... I was gonna say something else about that. We were talking about the loot
Don't get
stick.
too close. Don't let them get away.
Never mind then.
There's something about the loot stick, and I was just like, oh yeah. And I was thinking of something else I was gonna say that I thought was like interesting. Or worth mentioning, I guess. I don't know. Oh, there we go. Get it! Ah! But I don't remember now. I don't remember. That's my short-term memory loss right there. Oh my god, this event is awful. Are you kidding?
Bring those things back to the column.
There's something about like revising weapons or something. I was something. I don't remember what it was, but yeah, I don't know. I kind of want to see some of the weapons getting some new skills. You know, it's just, it feels, some of the weapons feel really, really boring, and you know, they just don't compare to the elite specialization weapons. And now that it's like all open, that it's like, you know, because before I feel like there was a reason to take the elite specialization weapons, because when you were in that elite specialization, that's the only time you could use that weapon. So it kind of gave you a reason, like, hey, you know, you want to use that because it's designated for that elite specialization. Now that that has gone out, you know, out, like that doesn't exist anymore. You can use them on anything. It's like, okay, well, let me, like, you know, then kind of, I don't know. You have to standardize them. You have to bring them all up to the same standard, right? And that doesn't necessarily mean like just increasing the damage on them, because it's like also a lot of the skills just don't feel very like they're just outdated themselves, you know. Like, we talk about Freezing Gust all the time. Like, Freezing Gust is like the prime example of this, and I will always use Freezing Gust. It is the worst skill in the game, I think. I want someone to find me a worse skill than Freezing Gust. I want someone to say, you know what, you're wrong on this. I don't agree with you on it. This is a worse skill than Freezing Gust. There's also, mind you guys, so we're talking about like icons and stuff. You can actually find on the wiki. There's many skills that have been retired that don't exist in the game anymore. That have been taken out of the game. I'm gonna leave now. I've done more than enough.
Stuff they sell up there? Not really. I'm more interested in things I dig up.
I'm gonna leave this area. There is a ton of skills that have been removed from the game. You know, where the names could be re-added. There could be Can I go in here and kill these squid for this? Oh, that does work. Alright, let's go in here. Time for the extinction, friends. Did it. Did it. Huh? Okay. Ooh, hammer. And there's also not just skills, but there's also traits. Because you guys, like, I don't know if anyone has realized, but many a times, I'm gonna do Signet here, and I'm just gonna do power damage. Like, kind of do both for now. The power, or the traits as well. There's so many new traits coming into the game, and they're replacing old traits, and they're retiring older traits. There's a ton of those around. So there's really, like, there's already a lot of work done for ArenaNet, where they could literally just go back and, I don't know, just reuse that. You know, because obviously the argument always is, well, that's too much developer time. Do you want people to waste? Do you want the developers to waste their time on making these new skills? But let's get real. There's a lot of effects that there's also a lot of enemy effects, like enemy skill effects that we have not seen on for us to use. I cannot believe that I've only so far seen 2 events in Caledon Forest. That's it. That's all I've seen so far. It's very sad. Okay. I'm just trying to get through, like, all of the 4s until I can get to the point where... So does this last longer then? I think, yeah, it does last longer. I would like to have the data on that. How long is this increased for, and how much more damage does it do? Yeah, but the like I said, the argument always is like, oh, well, development time, blah, blah, blah. But I'm like, they've retired so many. Like, one of the ones that I think of all the time is the Guardian Tome skills that they had way early on. I don't know if anyone remembers those. The elite skills that had the tomes that would come up in front of you. And those were so cool, right? They were so unique. They were so fun. Oh, what I was going to say about the... I just thought of this because of the tome thing. Has anyone ever noticed that, which is really, really cool, the Guardian is like the only, well, you know, the Revenant came later, you know, but is the only one that uses like magic weapons. Like they use a focus and they use a scepter and they use a staff, right? The Guardian out of the three heavy classes, I mean, that's the only one that uses magic. And so, but it also uses the magic very differently from other classes. It's really cool because they actually, a lot of other classes will fire like out of their hands rather than out of their staff. And it looks like the Guardian doesn't quite know how to use magic. So they both with the scepter and the staff, it looks like they're kind of forcing the magic out of the staff or out of the, you know, staff or scepter or whatever. And it looks quite different, like the way that like, I don't know if this was intentional or not, but it just looks very different with the way that Guardian handles their magic tools versus the actual magic classes. Hello. All right. Yeah, burn, baby, burn. Did it. The Eastern water. Yeah, but I don't want to go in water.
Defeated the sun's great beasts, but you are not Hylic. I am the one true daughter of the sun. Come, face me, and I will show you true power.
I don't want to go in the water. I'm avoiding the water.
Prove the sun shines through you.
Whee.
Face me as another form.
I don't know why. I have no legit reason why I'm like, I don't want to go into the water, but... Cool. I got 1 armor, one skin. Captain Price. Alright, here. You can have that. And I'm gonna go try to do that event up there. I don't know if that's enough to actually get credit for the event, but that's okay. Alright, we're coming in.
Prove the sun shines through you.
You guys
Face
can't
me as
defeat
another
her like
form.
that. You have to face her in another form. I'm a Moa. Let's go, bitches. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, that didn't do anything. These are awful. These are awful, awful, awful. These skills suck. I'm just gonna auto attack. I think that's the best bet that I have. Yeah. What does this do? Cause bleeding? 1 bleed for 5 seconds is fucking terrible. Can I be something else, please? I want to be something else. Can I be a different animal, please? Something that's good? Let me back in. What is this?
Prove the sun shines through you. Face me as another form.
Oh, there we go. I'm a crab. All right, dude, crab best. Oh, it's also awful. These are awful skills. I don't know what's happening. Oh. Okay, I'm just gonna auto attack on this. Cast it. What are you doing? I'm auto casting on. Freaking do it. Stop it. You can't attack her with regular skills. Does it not say on your screen invulnerable? What? Why am I... Wait, why can't I damage her? I thought you're not supposed to be able to do that. Is that a bug? Oh, maybe that's at the very end. They all transform back. I don't... Like, I think you're not supposed to do that.
You've proven your worth. The sun truly shines through you.
Thanks.
You may not be one of us in body, but in spirit you are clear.
I would love
of
to
the
see more
Highland.
Hylic stuff, too. Hylic stuff is really, like, interesting to me. I want to do more theory videos. I don't know. I want to do a lot of different videos, but it's also like, I don't know. I don't know what people want to watch. Clearly, I don't make the content that people want to watch. Let's put it that way.
Evacuate the village and set up a perimeter.
Yes.
Oh, cool. This is happening right
On the
now.
double, we don't have much time before they arrive.
I recall a vivid image of stone walls.
This event is
surrounded
happening.
by water.
Awesome. But yeah, I'm working on the underwater video. Then I would like to work on a Malagan video. Then I would like to... I mean, the Hylic video is very interesting, right? I feel like a lot of people don't necessarily pay attention to that, but there's a lot of really cool ideas that I have for... I've kind of mentioned it before, right? Because they talk about...
You're in trouble.
like Zintel, right? Zintel is the main god for a lot of them. And you know the ones in Heart of Thorns, you know, it's Amayali or whatever. But for the regular central Tyrian one, it's Zintel, right? And Zintel is like the sun god. And that's what I always talk about, like, oh, prove the sun shines through you, like, you know, that type of stuff. They talk about this. And it's just really cool because there's like a lot of theories that you could have about, like, you know, because there's this theory about celestial bodies. I recently, I was very surprised, and I just this, was it last week or something? And I was so excited to hear that because I don't know what that's hinting towards. I don't know what's going on there, but there is an NPC, guys, and I will show you guys later. There is an NPC, an Amnitas, that you can find. One of the like ambient dialogue NPCs that's just kind of hanging about, and he talks about how he was looking into the sky and he sees new constellations. He's seeing like new things in the sky that they haven't observed before, and he's just kind of confused by it. He's just like, there's like stars that I've never seen, constellations I've never seen, and it's so interesting to me because it's like, oh my god, okay, that's really, really cool, right? Because I had this whole theory about how I think the night sky or whatever, like space, you know, all the stuff up there, that's actually the mist, right? So, and we talk about like traveling through the mist and like what's happening behind the mist, but there's also like, you know, because you have the Jotun and they were the stargazers, and what did they really see and what's out there, you know. I think there's, see those two random birds? They seem very random. The story, well, it's kind of weird because I don't know what. I talked about this recently. My issue with Eparch and stuff is he doesn't feel like a good villain, and I would hate for them to actually kill him this expansion. And I have like a weird feeling that we're not gonna, like, I just thought of this yesterday, I want to say. I had this like random thought. I was sitting down and I was like, I have a feeling we're not gonna kill Eparch this expansion, guys. I really don't think that's gonna happen. I think we're gonna fight, you know, we're gonna fight off the Cryptas, and maybe like we're gonna maybe destroy a lot of the Cryptas, but I don't think we're gonna finish them off. I think we're gonna like chase them away, perhaps. Like, perhaps that's what we're gonna do, but I don't think we're fully gonna kill Eparch, because Eparch feels like such a weird, like, they pay no mind to him whatsoever this entire expansion. They talk about him, but he hasn't been introduced, he hasn't been shown. I don't know. It's just maybe we're gonna be facing some other, because there's other high cryptas that we've heard the name of, but we haven't seen. One that I can think of on the top of my head is Vanda. Vanda was mentioned trying to take over Dagda. And there's like others too. There's the Queen. Like, I have a feeling, because the Queen was just introduced, right? They talked about the Queen in this latest release. So I think the story is going to go something like we're going to be facing off against the Queen instead of the King, and the King is going to run. And then he's just going to be like escaped away, like into the mist somewhere, right? And then the next expansion is going to be like about something else, but it's still hinted at, because they were talking about how they would like to do exactly what I kind of had theorized originally, that they want to do a like an overarching story between all the different like smaller expansions. So have smaller expansions with their own little stories, but there's like this overarching story that kind of deals with all of it. And I feel like Eparch is probably going to be the big bad at the end of all of those mini expansions or something. Like, that's kind of my theory on it. Because like I said, I really feel like... okay, we need to go somewhere else now. We have done this. Let's go to Metrica Province. I love Metrica Province. Metrica Province is fun. So that's kind of my theory, because it's just, like I said, he feels like a really strange villain, in my opinion. He feels like a really... Oh, did it just... Okay, I don't know why I just now got that. He feels like a really weird villain. He really feels like he isn't really... He doesn't get enough attention to really... Again, there's no reason for me to actually be mad at him. I have no personal drive towards fighting him. Nothing. You know, he's just kind of like, okay, he kills these other cryptas. He eats them. And it's like, okay, but no personal stake in there. It's just kind of...
Excellent work.
So that longbow is really good. My God, got a really good longbow there, guys. But so I'm thinking that that's gonna be like the overarching thing. It's probably gonna be Eparch as the big bad, and they're slowly gonna just like have him still be part of the story and just be like introduced more and more, like shown more of. Because I want him to be like this really cool bad enemy. Because right now, if in the next couple of releases we get introduced to him and then we kill him in like 6 months, or not even 6 months now, but in the last quarterly release before the next expansion, we kill him, it would feel so. I would feel awful. I would be like, this is not a good payoff to all the stuff that they have kind of hinted at, you know. So I would like to see that. Like Queen Labrys, having her maybe as the big bad, that's fine. You know, having her maybe as the one that we kill in 6 months in the very last like quarterly update. I think that's okay, because that still kind of gives us the whole like, oh, Eparch is still out there kind of thing. But I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do. I know that a lot of people want like an underwater expansion, or not underwater expansion, but underground expansion. A lot of people want like, you know, with like Dwarven and Asuran stuff. I really want Asuran like, I'm not huge on Asura as like a main character, but I think they're fantastic side characters, and I think they like, there's so much potential that you could do with the Asura. I find them very interesting. I don't like playing an Asura, but I love them. Like, I really think, and it would be really nice. I don't know. It would be really nice for them to shine, to get their spotlight, you know. They haven't really seen any use at all, and it's a shame. You know, you go to Soren Draw is what I was talking about, but Metrica Province, and there's just, I don't know, I see potential. I see potential for some really cool storylines there. Ah, get out of here, Spark. Oops, I didn't mean to shoot that. I don't trust her. She has mentioned in the latest release that she is the king. I mean, I don't think she's gonna like stab us in the back, but it's gonna be, I think what she's doing, she's using us. She's using us to gain, to become the monarch, the reigning monarch of the Crypts. She's clearly using us. I don't think this is all just like, oh, she's like our BFF and we're gonna hang out with her. Like, she's a fucking demon, okay? Like, she's a fucking demon from the demon realm. And why would she want to be our, like, I don't know. You know, if they twist it that way to the point where she actually is like totally a good guy, all right, whatever. I would not be satisfied with that personally. I really want her to be like, okay, I'm the king now of this realm, and I'm gonna need you all to get the fuck out, or I'm gonna kill you. Like, that's what I'm waiting for. That's what I want to happen. Yeah, there's a lot of interesting backstory that they can use for sure. Yeah. But I think that's kind of, that's my theory on it, at least. I know there's like a billion different ways that they could do with like the Asuran and the dwarf, like, because we have in that one fractal, for example. Remember, in the one fractal we have the voice. In the Dwarven fractal, right? This darkness that was locked away, this other language that they speak, which is this, you know, and there we have this. We don't know where in the timeline this takes place, because they talk about like, you know, there's a guild involved and stuff. Like, it's really weird in that one fractal, and I really would love for them to explore that. Right? That's really cool. I love the premise of that fractal. This, you know, you go down into the depths and you go into these huge halls, right? It's very like, it's very Lord of the Rings, where they go into the mountain. I forgot what they're called, the mines of whatever they were called, the mines of Moria or whatever. And you know, the Balrog is down there and stuff, but like, it's just really cool because you go into these grandiose like halls, empty halls, and it's just like you're trying to kind of decipher on what the story here is, like, you know, and you have this voice, and it's really cool because if you look around in the fractal, you can actually see the voice in different spots before it actually takes over the guy. I forgot the guy's name, but before it takes him over, you can actually see it. Like, one instance that I can think of on the top of my head is when you know, where they split in that fractal, right? And you go like the spider path, and then you go the other path. Like, if you go the other path where the elemental is, the wind elemental at the end, you can actually see there's an NPC called the Voice at the top of the balcony on top. It's really, really cool. And it's like, to me,
How interesting.
like, I would love to have something where we go underground, because this darkness, this voice, whatever this dark force is, right, kind of is slowly like coming to the surface, and we're trying to figure out where it's coming from. And so we venture underground to these old dwarven and Asuran homes and stuff in order to find out what's going on. Like, I think that would be really, really cool. I think there's that would be like a cool theory that I have on like an underground expansion, you know, and just like maybe have like another city underground, like a small Asuran city. Like, I'm not talking about like a huge like cube underground or something, but like a Asura that kind of they were like, we're not leaving, you know. They kind of sat there and they were like, we're not leaving, we're staying here. It's kind of, come on guys, do you not know about the whatever, we're going under here, we're doing the event down here. We're doing the event down here. There we go. Hello.
Do you think you can match my power? To me, immediately.
Oh, that's right. He summons raised animals.
But
If you didn't know about this, you didn't watch my video, and I'm very disappointed in you, so. Just saying.
that's not supposed to happen.
Did it! Yay, goodbye. So I think that the story, specific to Secrets of the Obscure, I think the story is going to go to the point where we face off against probably Labrys, I think, as the last boss, Queen Labrys, and we defeat her, and Eparch is just kind of, he's kind of maybe a coward or something, and he ends up running away. And that's kind of how the expansion ends, is kind of with him being revealed, perhaps. Like, maybe we don't actually see him until we fight the queen and we kill her, and he kind of appears and he's like, oh my god, my queen, you killed her, da da da, and then he's like, I'm gonna get the fuck out of here, and he runs away. And then Peitha is like, okay, well, he has escaped, and I'm now gonna become the king. And she's gonna be like, well, I'm gonna need you guys to leave Nyos, because that is our realm, and we kind of, you know, we wanna rebuild, and we don't need you guys here, so get the fuck out. So we kind of get kicked out of Nyos, and that's the end to that. I don't know what they're gonna do with the Astral Ward and the Wizard's Court members. Like, you know, it's just, it would feel really weird just leaving them behind. As someone put it, like, kind of, someone who I forgot who did it, but someone put it really perfectly recently. They in chat, saying something like, it was along the lines of like, just forget about the people in the sky that are like hanging out there, you know, that they even exist. Like, is that what's gonna happen in the next expansion? Just forget about them? That would be kind of weird, right? I feel like but I don't know how to, like, are they gonna be permanent members in the story? Are they gonna be the new, I know in my review video I made the joke of like, oh, they're you know, they're Destiny's Edge 3.0, you know, or Dragon's Watch 2.0, but it's like, are they gonna be that, or are they not gonna be that? Like, I don't know. There's a lot of questions I have pertaining to that. I mean, how do you guys feel? Do you guys would you like to see the Astral Ward members be in the story like continuously now? Kind of like, you know, for the next, you know, few expansions or whatever, they're going to be part of the story, and we're going to be dealing with them a lot. I don't know. I don't know how people feel about that. I wouldn't mind it. I kind of get tired of new characters constantly being introduced, to be honest. While I do think that we needed a new Dragon's Watch, kind of, but it's just one of those things where I'm like, oh man, you know, we get introduced to new characters, and we kind of, like all the people in the desert, for example, we leave them behind, and we haven't heard from any of those characters at all, and it's just like,
Script-brained idiot.
Script-brained idiot. Ahsoka, Water Elementalist, yes, my favorite. Do it. I need another something. Oh, I could do for great justice. All right, let's kind of sort this. Is that what's the recharge? 20-second. Yeah, that's good. That's good. It has 2. Okay, nice. So we might bring the other gods back, and they get pissed at us for disturbing the balance of what's going on with the gods. It's interesting because they do touch on the gods a little bit. In the Dreams Bound Staff. What does that look? Because they do touch on the gods a little bit in Secrets of the Obscure, right? And Iskarn gives us a little bit of an insight, with the way that he talks about them. He talks about them in quotations, and that kind of lets me to believe that they are really, like, this theory has persisted in the community for a long time, but they're not actually gods, but they're just like some powerful magical beings, right? And that probably like anyone can become a god. But the premise is, you know, the interesting part is, and the question that I always have is about what it takes to be part of the pantheon. You know, is it limited to 6? Does it have to have 6 members in the pantheon, or could there be more? Could we have a 7th, right? And it kind of leans into the theory that I have about Malagan as well, because and that's a video that I'm going to be working on after the underwater expansion video. I want to talk a little bit about Malagan and my theory on her, because, you know, I would really love for them to do something really fun with Malagan. I really want Malagan to be, for those of you that don't know about this theory that I've talked about it quite often, but only if it's a hub to the Mists and New Lands. If what is a hub to the Mists and New Lands? If the Wizard's Tower is a hub to the Mists and New Lands? But yeah, so this theory that I have about Malagan, and like I said, I'm gonna be making like a video on it, but because when you look at Malagan, you know, and the lore about Malagan is that you know, the Skrit worship her, right? And I think they talk about how she like embodies all the oceans of the world or something like that, right? Or it's something like that. They talk specifically about how she, you know, clearly has to do with water and stuff. But whenever they worship her, whenever you see her being worshipped, it's always Melander statues that are being worshipped, right? So there's this debate. You can find this human scholar that actually talks about this, and he talks about how he says that, hey, you know, Malagan is just Melandru, right? And he says that to a Quaggan, and the Quaggan is like, no, they're different. They're not the same thing. That's not correct, right? And so the belief is that, you know, the Quaggan being, you know, simpletons, I guess, in some humans' eyes or in people's eyes or whatever, doesn't really know you know, that, hey, you know, that's not a statue of Malagan, that's a statue of Melandru, and they're the same thing. My theory was that, because again, we don't know what it takes to be part of the Pantheon. We don't know what it takes to be a god. We don't know where they're from. We don't know what it takes to have your own realm, like those things. My theory is that, what if Melandru has like a sister? Okay, and this sister, Melandru's sister, is Malagan, right? And they're like, maybe they're twins or something, maybe, you know, but one is like a nature goddess and the other one is like a water goddess, right? And the reason why she's being worshipped, why Malagan is being worshipped at these Melandru statues, is that she just looks very similar to Malagan, or Melandru, right? She looks very similar to Melandru because they're sisters. And you know, they both have kind of like similar, like, because nature, like earth and water, right, they're like two like elements to life, right? They're like the two, you know, plants and water and stuff. There's like a connection between like the whole like essence of life and that sort of stuff, you know. So I don't know, that's just kind of my theory there, that perhaps they're worshiping her. And maybe she does exist somewhere. And then, you know, if you take this theory further, right, we have because she's specifically worshipped by the Quaggan. So why is that? So we have the gods coming to Tyria from another realm, bringing humans here, yada, yada, yada. What if, unbeknownst to the other humans or something, she came with them? Maybe wherever they were coming from, wherever the gods came from, Malagan came with them. But instead of staying in Ara and, you know, being part of the Pantheon, she decided to not be part of the Pantheon. And she said, you know what? I don't want to, I'd like, you know, I'm giving my element to Abaddon because he's the keeper of secrets. So I'm giving my water domain to him. He's going to become the god of waters, and, you know, he can do his thing with water, whatever. But I'm gonna go and I'm gonna find peaceful people that I can live amongst. And she found the Quaggan. And she lived with the Quaggan in their royal palace until they were attacked by whatever maybe is in the ocean or whatever. Because we do know that the Quaggan had a royal, they had a royal family, they had a royal palace, they had like all these things. We don't know much about it. We don't know what happened to them. But they were supposedly attacked by the Crate, I want to say. Somewhere it says that the Crate attacked them. We don't know really the background to that. But what if Malagan was like, she, you know, together with the royal family or something, she stayed behind and she, you know, helped them flee, and she sacrificed herself. And Malagan is actually dead, right? And maybe a lot of Quaggans don't know about this, how she, like, maybe they believe that she still exists somewhere out there. Maybe they think, oh, she's a goddess, she didn't perish, but she actually did perish. In you know, in the depths of wherever the royal palace is. Like, that's, I don't know, it's just like hugely, like, obviously that's just pure conjecture, you know, there's nothing I can base this off of, but I think that would be kind of cool, right? That would like create a cool connection between, like, that would give us a good god connection, because then what we could have is, if we say we go to the underwater world next, right? We do an expansion in the underwater thing, and I'm gonna be making a video on that. I am working on that, so obviously I'm not gonna get too much into that, but we go in there, and story-wise, we kind of learn a little bit about Malagan, but that's not the main focus of the story. That's just like a side thing. We kind of find the old palace in the, you know, in the middle of the ocean, the old royal palace of the Quaggan, and we find out about the fate of Malagan, and we kind of move on with our lives, right? Kind of how, imagine Heart of Thorns, how we came across Rada Novus, and then we kind of were like, oh, Rada Novus, you know, we thought that maybe we could find some help there, but we ended up finding out that all the Skrit, because I read Skrit, the Asura had left, right? So it's kind of the same thing. where we kind of are like, oh, maybe there's some remnants in the royal palace, and we end up finding it completely destroyed and abandoned, and there's nothing out there. And then in the next expansion after that, we could maybe touch on the gods. Maybe Melandru could be returning to Tyria, and maybe could be in search of her sister, or avenge her sister, or God knows, whatever, right? It's like whatever, and kind of that's how we tie it in, is by giving a hint as to the gods or where they came from or something, and then the expansion after that, you know, give us a background to Malagan that leads us to finding out about the gods and going with that. You know, obviously, like I said, this is like pure conjecture. This is pure just like whatever, just random crap that I came up with. But I think that would be kind of cool, right? I think that would be kind of nice to maybe see a lot of different things. So, that's my theory. There's a lot of different ways you could spin that theory, but it's just really strange to. It's just really strange how. Oh my God, they're so fast. How. There's one thing that happens in End of Dragons, and that might not be those. This was a huge point of discussion actually during End of Dragons. This was during my streams when End of Dragons came out. I want to say it was the last stream that we talked about this, because there is a Quaggan in the Jade Sea. I'm like, where the fuck is the Jade Sea? Like, you know, like actually like way up in the camp up here, you can find it. There's a Quaggan that actually talks about Malagan. And there's like a weird discrepancy, but they could maybe retcon it or maybe use it. So the Quaggan in question talks about how Suwan is actually Malagan. Okay, this Quaggan gives us this weird insight as to, oh yeah, Suwan is Malagan. Which makes no sense, right? It makes zero sense to think that that would be true. Like, why would they be worshipping statues of Melandru when, in truth, Malagan is a dragon, right? It's really strange. We've never seen Suwan take on a human form, like Kunavang did or anything like that. So it's very, I'm like, it's kind of strange. But what if, for example, they believe this Quaggan believes this to be the truth because, and we go back to the royal palace being destroyed and Malagan defending the Quaggan. What if Malagan died defending the Quaggan royal family or the palace or whatever, right? And have them all escape. What if upon her death, right, because she's like this magical being, she could be a goddess, right? What if her death caused Suwan to show up and absorb the magic? And so that's why the Quaggan believe that, oh, Suwan is Malagan because she absorbed her magic. Maybe this specific Quaggan witnessed this event and says, oh, well, she is Malagan because Malagan's magic resides within her, like her soul is inside of her or something. You know, maybe in her last dying breath, Malagan begs Suwan, like, please save these Quaggans, I will live on inside of you, and she dies and Suwan like absorbs her magic or something, right? How do fractals fit in with all of this, if at all, with my theory, or like in my world in the world of Guild Wars? Fractals are really strange. Fractals, it's interesting because fractals as a whole, they are these, you know, I'm trying to like figure, because I'm not good with words, so I'm just like trying to find out a good way to word this. But the thing with fractals is they're these random moments in time, and they're set in time, right? And it's like we can't change the outcome of any of the fractals. It's pretty much like observing random moments in time. like random things that either have happened or will happen or are currently happening somewhere in the world, right? That's what fractals are, right? Because the mists are said to be this all-encompassing, right? And they even talk about, like, Peitha talks about how the fractals aren't just about our world. They could be happening anywhere in any different dimension. So there are certain fractals, for example, that we see that could be taking place in a different like dimension, in a different realm, and we don't know that, right? To me, the gods are just planeswalkers and humans as demolished their homeworld and took humans to different realms, conquering and pillaging, hungering for magic, and only few ascended to godhood. Like Cormier, but can absorb large amounts. That's an interesting theory. That circle of gods is close to their friendship or family ties with each world realm in the midst that they took. Each god
Never capitulate.
warp and influences seen, like, for example, as human but 6 eyes and spider traits.
Vacate these premises.
Interesting. Yeah, I think the gods, like, because that's like a completely different theory, or not even that different really, but there's so much that they could do with the gods, right? The gods are such a interesting subject. Like, that's a really cool theory to think about, that they're like they're just like magic hungry, right? And they're just like these humans that have like demolished their own realm because they're like devouring all this magic, and that's what they're after, and they became so powerful that, you know, eventually other humans became to like worship them, like they ascended to godhood, and now other humans like worship them as gods or something. Like, that's a really cool theory, and there's a lot of interesting things they could do with gods. You know, the thing with the gods is, the reason why I think it's a good time for the gods to come back is because they had left Tyria because of the Elder Dragons, right? And the Elder Dragon threat has been taken care of, for the most part at least. So it would stand to reason that at least 1 or 2 of them would come back. So, women, but learned that way is destructive. Yeah, okay, yeah, and they learn, because it's weird, right? Because they seem to not know they're not omnipotent, right? They don't know everything, which again is very interesting to think about. That, oh great, the chest just disappeared. Really? What the fuck? I wanted to have this chest. It's lame. Whatever. We're gonna go exploring in here. Stop seeing all the destruction, inflict another own. Some more on their experience. Okay, I mean, I like that. That's a really cool theory. That is, I could be totally on board with that, 100%. But it's so cool to think that, you know, that is like, you know, because so then your theory, right, if we go with that, it could mean that there could be others out there, right? Like, we don't know really, because we don't know where they're from. We don't know, again, we don't know what it takes to be part of the Pantheon. We don't know what any of that really. What do I do with this arm? Shoot an electrical burst. Let's do it. Oh, it's actually pretty strong. Ready get to explode? Oh, die, please. Do I need to? I guess it disappears after a while, and I just think Alyssa back started sometime. You know, I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I still like the idea that Queen Jenna is Lissa. I know that theory has been persisted throughout the like story, but it's so... I find Queen Jenna to be such a weird and interesting character. You know, she's so incredibly powerful, and she's scary in her own way. Like during season 3, like the way that she treats the White Mantle that are invading, it's very like scary. It's very like, okay, all right, like calm down, Satan kind of thing, you know? So I would still love the idea of Lissa revealing herself to be, or Queen Jenna revealing herself to be Lissa. I still like that idea. I don't think that Countess Anise is like her counterpart or whatever. Like I don't think that that's gonna be, that would be very cool. Really, do I have to wait for this to recharge? All right, I'm gonna go do the event because that's happening right over there. So we're gonna go do the event. And then we'll come back to that. I really think that, and there's clearly something happening with Balthazar. You know, there's clearly like some kind of connection between Lissa and Balthazar. They've hinted at that like more than enough. So it's like, you know, I really think that they had some relations. They could also, you know, imagine that they were like, let's just take that thought to the next level, right? So let's not leave it at like, oh yeah, they were together. But what if they had a child? Like, what if Lissa had a child with Balthazar, right? It's not unheard of, right? The gods have children. We know this. Dwayna had a child with Malcor, right? Ended up being Grenth. So it's like, you know, just imagine that, right? That could, like, what if we all of a sudden encounter this really powerful being, and turns out it's like Lissa's child, and it's like this god or something that's like just roaming around or doing whatever, right? And we encounter it, and that's how we get introduced again to the gods or something. I don't know. There's like a lot of, like, the gods are such an interesting like subject because they can take it a billion different ways and make it really cool and interesting. Like, that's what I love about the whole idea of the gods coming back. There's so many different things. I'd like to believe it's gone and destroyed by our own destructive nature in the pantheon of the most powerful humans. I mean, I think that that's what they're probably gonna do, is that the old home, like, because it would be kind of like, why else would they be fleeing, or not fleeing, but why else would they be coming? Why else would the gods be taking the humans from another realm to this realm, like migrate them over? Why would they do that? Well, I think it's pretty obvious that, like, there was something. I wonder where this was an Asura gate. Where do you guys think this led to? I never thought about this. But I think you're right. Like, I think that that's exactly what is going on, is like the old realm of the humans has been destroyed. Like, I think you're like exactly right. And that's why they fled. And probably because of their own doing, right? It would be kind of like, it would be kind of interesting to have it as in like Earth, right? This was like, they actually came from Earth. Like, that would be really, like, super, that would be so meta, right? To have them, like, the old human realm was Earth. Like, we don't even have to go there. Just if they say, oh, yeah, well, you know, we got, like, we meet the gods at some point, and they say, oh, yeah, we gods brought the humans from Earth here because humans destroyed Earth. Right? That would be like, that would be something ArenaNet would totally fucking do too. Like, I feel like that would be like, oh my god, really? Like, Earth is like a realm out in, like, you know, in the universe of Guild Wars. You know, but us never having, like, never going there. Like, we never go to the old realm of the humans. I would be okay with that. Just kind of hearing about it would be enough for me, I think. We don't necessarily need to go there. I mean, that would be like really weird though, right? I feel like that would be strange to have that be the case. Oh my goodness, look at all this stuff.
The Crake have fled. We stopped them.
Some of our
Level 22. I didn't even see when 21 happened. All right, discipline.
Remember this story for future actions.
All right.
It will help shape them into the hunters.
But yeah, I think you're exactly right. I think we destroyed our old home, probably thanks to the gods or something, you know. And see, I'm so full on all of these little ones. All right, discipline. Yeah, give me that burning, baby. Banners. I mean, I guess I could use banners, but I'm not huge on banners. I don't like banners.
and stay out.
And stay out. I don't even have any points to get banners, so I'm just gonna do that one because that's the only one that I have. Not that that's gonna be helping me at all. Greenbound staff. Everyone's getting the staff. Look at this extra burning. Yeah, boom. 2 seconds of burning. All right, let's go to another map. And I'm gonna do wait for it last. But yeah, Lissa, I think there's really something to be explored with Lissa. I really think that there is some kind of interesting, you know, I would hate for Lissa to just like all of a sudden pop up and be like, oh yeah, I left this realm too. Like I would want her to kind of be one of the ones that stayed behind. I'm just pressing this because it's just annoying me.
I'm not stupid.
Bye, thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate it. Have a good evening. Oh my god, it's almost midnight. Oh my god, I can't. Time went by so fast. Holy crap. Can't believe how late it is already. But that's okay. There's so many interesting theories that you can make, and I would like to, you know, the whole idea of my channel is to just kind of, I want people to wonder more about those types of things, like, you know, that side of the Guild Wars universe. That's really, after season 4, that's really stopped. And I talk about this all the time, how during like season 4, there was so many people like theorizing on things about Oreen and like the things that are gonna happen and da. And that really stopped. You know, with Icewood Saga, it's just like came to a halt. A lot of people stopped theorizing. That's a cool mount skin. Ooh, we leveled up again. Well, I guess condition damage, but I guess the spear gun is probably a better. What's another what is this? You can use when you swap weapons. I don't swap weapons. I'm okay on that. I'm in the worst spot possible right now. I'm trying to see, like, what do we have for condition damage on a warrior? I've never looked into condition damages. Ah, Devourer eggs! Yes, let's do it! I love this event. I don't know why. This is a very unique event. Like, the way that the functionalities of this is, like, I don't think there's any other event that is like that. Where you have to activate a thing to lure someone away from a thing, and then you attack the thing to collect something. Like, that is very unique, right? We have a lot of, like, oh, collect this and bring this over. Defeat this, destroy this. Like, you know, we have a lot of those, but that is a very unique thing. And obviously this is like a callback to the Guild Wars 1, like the Devourer cave that you have in Guild Wars 1 in Prophecies early on. Man, kind of playing this right now makes me really want to play Guild Wars 1.
Who's gonna scoop up behind these things? Not me. Didn't sign
Turn
up
in
for
all
that.
you got. The more eggs you get, the more
Wow,
war beasts you'll
goddamn, we
have.
finished that event and then there's gonna be another one popping right
Man,
afterwards.
those devourer mamas are easy to fool. They're dumb like
Alright,
crazy.
that should do.
Let's have some M&Ms. Some caramel M&Ms. I actually like these. I like the crisp ones. I can't find them anywhere though. I don't know. I feel like I can only buy them like in a movie theater or something. Oh, I didn't look into this. I was looking at oh no you're not.
I have a question.
Oh no you're not.
Devourers like
Come back, you asshole. I'm gonna chase you down. Oh, I was looking for this event. Is this not happening right now? There's a scale event here that happens. Oh, it just happened because there's an NPC actually right over here. Now, once you defeat the scale, she becomes a merchant. And that is your way of knowing whether or not that event is up. And it's not, because she is a merchant currently, so. But I didn't want that guy to take my event from me. I was like, that's my event. Alright, do we have some condition damage? I don't know. Movement. The increased damage to foes affected by movement impairing condition. Mobilize when you cripple them. Immobilize, but there's no cripple on longbow. That's a shame. That's a missed opportunity. I feel like pinned down should cripple too. Like, not just immobilize. You know, warrior traits are so weird. They're really strange to me. I can't quite make. I think arms is a condition one, right? Yeah, this is the condition one. So this is gonna be coming next. Definitely, yeah, when I have Fury, and you get Fury when you use burst skills, so there's synergy there. Gain expertise, yeah, while wielding a sword. Oh, gain condition immediately. Okay, got it. Okay, you have a chance to inflict bleeding. Burst has increased critical. I got bit on the top of my foot today by a mosquito, and critical hits grant adrenaline gain. Oh, that would be it, right? Or, yeah, that would be okay. Definitely going for that next time. Gonna be a lot of damage there. But yeah, the gods is something really cool. But again, I don't know if I really want the gods right now, because I feel like we've done so much human-centric stuff already. You know, Heart of Thorns was more Sylvari, you know, but it really wasn't. Like, I feel like some of the stuff, like, people will say, like, oh, Heart of Thorns was Sylvari, but it really wasn't, because a major part of the Sylvari is the Nightmare Court, and the Nightmare Court content got cut. So it really feels like the part that could have really have affected the Sylvari, or that really involved the Sylvari, got cut. You know, it's like it doesn't really feel very Sylvari centric. It feels pact centric, right? It has to do with pact members in the jungle trying to survive. Like, it doesn't speak to any specific race, I want to say. And then Path of Fire, of course, was super human centric. And then did I finish this? Oh, I guess I finished this. I didn't even realize it. So on autopilot it was. And then we have like End of Dragons, again, was super human centric, like so human centric. We have a little bit of Tengu stuff there, but it just feels like overall it's just all about the humans, and you know, the old humans of the Canthan area and stuff like that. And then Iceboot Saga was Char. It wasn't even Norn. Like it wasn't Coden, it wasn't Norn. It was very Char centric, right? We got some Norn stuff in the earlier episodes, but it just I feel like it very much devolved to just being about the Char and the Char Civil War and stuff, which is fine. I mean, I'm not against it, but I really think if I were to do something like, you know, if we want to spread the love a little bit amongst the races, I would say the Isuran characters. The Isuran characters have not really gotten as much attention as I feel like they should. Let me use the restroom real quick. I'll be right back.
Fire and smoke, melt and render. I see infidel warriors, weak and tender. I'll scorch your fur, I'll cook your bones, I'll burn your souls in a cauldron of stone. There is no mercy for you here. There is only the judgment of fire. Now burn. I'll burn you all. I'll roast your bones as a tribute to Balefire. Iron Legion fire. The last thing you'll hear is the crackling pop of your own flesh.
Guys, I was looking for my cat. I want to make sure she was okay. She's just sleeping downstairs. I had to be very cautious though, because when you wake her up, she's like, "Okay, you woke me. Now pay attention to me." It's like, no, go away. All right. Yo. Oh yeah. But I would love to see like an underwater expansion, because I think there's like a lot of underwater stuff too that really hasn't been explored. Like we have the Largos, we have the Quaggan, we don't know nothing about them. We have the Crate, you know, the Leviathans have been a kind of a not a major part, but they've been there, right? Like since End of Dragons, we have two big Leviathan fights that are both pretty much the same thing, but Then we in Galadelv we see the big skeleton in the Jade Sea. Then we see the you know, we have seen the skeletons all throughout the like Tarnished Coast, and like the coast of the Unending Ocean, anyways. And then we have the skeletons that we see in Secrets of the Obscure, even talking about how there was one in the that they brought in, they like teleported it or something, the crate did into the Leviathan Lake. So weird. But yeah, you know, and we just, there's a lot of underwater stuff, I feel like, and that's just kind of really cool to me because there's so much space underwater that they could put it anywhere, you know, and it would fit right into the map. I also think, like, because we look at the world map, right, and we see a little bit of like these islands over here, and we see like this is actually, I was looking at the world map today, this is actually like a lot bigger. Like if you look at the actual map, like you guys can go on Wiki if you guys haven't done that. Go on the wiki and just type in, like, you know, the Guild Wars wiki and just type in map. Or you could even do, like, in-game, you can do /wiki map. And it will bring up the whole Tyrian map. And it's literally, you can click, you know, if you want an interactable one, you can do that. But you can just click on the right side on the, like, first picture, I think. And it brings up the whole map that's currently revealed to us. Which, like, extends in every direction further but south. It does not go any further south. I think it stops right here, but it does go further north, because it does show us that the isles, the reason it's called the Isles is because there's like 3 other isles. These are islands, and they're part of this island group up here, right? And then there's like this big like continent like up here, like in that corner up there, and this is like way bigger too. This goes like way inland. Same as this right here. This goes like way further in, and then even to this side too, you actually get to see a lot more on this side as well. There's like a lot of stuff happening on that side, which just opens out. I mean, it's just like we could be going to any of these places, you know. There's a lot of possibilities. I don't know what these are used for. I'd like to think that is there like an event that takes place here, or used to be an event here that had something to do with that? I don't know. I don't know, but I hope you guys are doing good. I hope you guys are doing well today. I had a crappy day, but that's okay. Take this, and take this, and take this. All the burning in the world to you. Yeah, I really want to see what a condition damage, like pure condition damage build really feels like with a longbow. You know, if people are saying this is really good on a berserker or whatever, why not? Try it out. We'll try it out. Ow. Ooh, my jaw just popped. Holy crap. I don't know if that was like picked up on the mic at all. Like, I'm like, ah. I don't know if I'm gonna stream tomorrow. We'll see. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. We'll see. We'll see how I feel. I'm gonna try to get some of these videos done. I have some other work that I want to get done, so. Alright, no event here. Oh, the popping. Yeah, I'm just like, I don't. Jesus, it was so violent, that pop. Oh my god. Like, ah. My jaw. And I could maybe understand it if it was like this side, because I had my wisdom tooth removed last week. So, like, I could see that being, you know, I don't know, maybe making a sound or something. But what is under attack? Oh, the thing around the corner is under. That is also something they don't do anymore. They used to have all these NPCs, right? Like in the core game that would like wave you down about events happening. They don't really do that anymore. They just have events happening. They don't bother to add extra NPCs that let you know there's an event happening around the corner somewhere. It's very much like a core game thing. Whoa, look at all these people here. Okay, well, let me get one guy. I have one out. Well, thank you. I got one taken out. I can't really afford for any other. Like, I would like to have all of them taken out, but unfortunately I can't afford that. Oh, they ran away. I got no credit for this event. Cool. Got it.
I've squished scarier bugs.
This is Spectre Warband, teaching hard lessons.
Yeah, no, I mean, it was for about a day. I was like kind of like I just wanted to sleep because I was in a lot of pain and uncomfortable and stuff, but it is much better now. I do feel like it's given me some quality of life, that I'm not in pain anymore. That was the only one that really bothered me. I know this one on the bottom here is gonna, in the next couple of years, is gonna be doing the same thing. You know, it's gonna happen. I know it will, but you know, welcome to America's health crisis. Yeah, I would like to have them all taken out because I feel like I don't know. I feel like I don't need them in there, and they're just gonna impact my mouth in different levels. So, but yeah, it is what it is. I mean, but I am happy. You know, it was good. It didn't take very long. It went very smoothly, and you know, the only thing that sucked was like the pain for a day. For a day, it was like really, really ugh. Oh, we have an event! Yay!
But I'm afraid we were spotted. They come for the wall as we speak.
I wonder if Lori and Eric are a reference to people.
We'll never hold them back.
Those are very specific names, like Lori, Eric. It sounds like developers or something, or children of developers or something. I would have to look that up. That could be a did you know.
You'll never get away from our swords. How dare you?
Bye, Callum. Yeah, okay, cool. So we got more stuff there. Yeah, and it's also, it's very scary, right? Because it's like, I kind of, the tooth next to it, I was a little scared because obviously they have to like free the tooth and get it away from the other tooth. And I was like, oh man, is that other tooth gonna be like, you know, cause I had to sign like a waiver. Like I had to sign a waiver like, you know, there could be like other things happening, like you could get another tooth cracked, or you could have like, you know, whatever, right? Like there was like all these things that could potentially happen, and I was like, oh, I'm like, I don't want any of that. But you know, knock on wood, it went super smooth for me in that regard. Like I didn't get anything weird. Oh, look at this, nice. We really need this. Why can't I equip this? I'm in combat. Oh my god. Oh, the scroll. You might die. Well, I mean, you know, I'm not one of those people that's like, oh, I'm gonna die, but you know, I'm still kind of like, because I have no money, you know. I'm one of the poor, like I'm a poor person, and I'm not trying to like be like, oh my god, I'm so poor, you know, but I'm just saying, like, I don't have money. If anything happens with my mouth, with my teeth, you know, and I like, I don't have an office job, you know. I'm out and about. Like if my teeth are like fucked up, I'm kind of screwed. So it's very like important for me to like not have anything bad happen to my teeth. Because I'm like, as you know, as a bartender, like I'm in front of people and I need to smile all the time, and if my teeth are fucked up, that's not good. I will not be finding a job, you know, like that. So yeah. Because I have a coworker, okay, and she has it's by her own, like it's her own fault. She has like ruined her teeth. Which is just, I look at her every day and I just feel bad, you know. I mean, I know it's self-inflicted, but I feel so bad. Like, and I kind of want to just talk about this for a minute. So she eats sweets like no one. Like, she literally comes to work with like a Yeti cup full of ice cream. Okay, and I'm not trying to shit talk her. I love her to death. She's such a sweet person. She's really funny. She's a hard worker. Like, there's nothing, but it's just, you know, we all have bad habits, right? And that's just like her bad habit, is like she brings ice cream, but her teeth are all fucked up. So she started having just like these really bad like toothaches, and it was just getting really, really bad. And she was like, she literally was like, I have to do something. Like, I cannot live like this. I can't let it stay like this. I have to do something. So she went to a local dentist, and she went in there and stuff, and she has to have like, I think it's like 6 teeth removed or something like that. I mean, like a lot of teeth removed. Then she has to have like so many fillings. She's getting crowns. Like pretty much all of her teeth are getting like redone. Okay, they all have to be like redone. They're completely fucked up. And this is based off of her not like, because, you know, drug usage a lot of times like has to do with like teeth falling out, you know, like what meth does it or whatever. But it's nothing like that. It's literally with her, it's like eating sweets. Like, she literally consumes so much like just sweets on her teeth and stuff. And yeah, and you know what they quoted her, or you know what her so this is what she's paying, because she got this like dental plan or whatever with them or something. It's not like an insurance thing. She doesn't have insurance, but it's like this plan that she got through them. But they told her that's gonna be $31,000. Just wrap your mind around that, okay? Just like having like, I think it's like 4 to 6 teeth pulled, having like a bunch of fillings and like crowns put in, and all of that is going to cost her $31,000, okay? And she got this dental plan that brought it down to $15,000 or $16,000 or something. So it's like, it's pretty much half, but that's still $16,000. That's so much money. I'm like, I can't. Oh my God, I can't. That's so much money. Like, you know, obviously she's doing payments on it. Like, she doesn't have money to just like outright pay that.
That's right. Get into position.
But yeah, that's awful. That's awful. Like, so much money is like $31,000. That's like a brand new car. You know, like, oh. So, take care of your teeth, everyone. While I'm saying that, I'm eating M&M, caramel M&Ms, which is probably the worst of the M&Ms for your teeth. Caramel is just awful for your teeth because it's sticky and it coats your teeth. Ugh, I'm gonna have to brush my teeth after this. I did brush my teeth already twice today, but I'm gonna brush them again. I'm gonna make dinner after this and then brush my teeth, because I haven't had dinner yet. I haven't eaten anything.
Smash them!
What? They paid $150 of 30K? Holy crap! Why did you have to have? Why did you have to have jaw surgery? Oh my god. That's insane. So, you know why I'm so shocked by this? Is because I was told when I was like 16, I went to the dentist one day. And the dentist immediately told me that I will need jaw surgery when I'm like 35. Because apparently, and I think it's my lower jaw or something, needs to be like, it's too far back. It needs to be brought forward. It needs to be like extended outward or something like that is what he said. And yeah, he was like, yeah, you're gonna have some problems with your with your teeth when you're older. You're gonna need to get like surgery. I'm like,
That was fun. It's almost a shame
What?
they've been driven out of here. I'd
What?
like another crack at 'em.
Ha! Well, it's likely we'll get some more
I
action
had
sometime
TMJ.
soon. In the meantime, let's
I don't know what
get
that
back
is.
to Temperance.
I'm sorry, I don't know what that is. What is
Again,
TMJ?
bask in the glory of a job well done.
TMJ issues? But yeah, that's not fun. Like, it's like, I don't know. It goes back to, I sometimes think about this as well as like the throat, right? Like, continue, examine. Oh, Twilight, Night Sword. I don't know. Oh, the joint. Yeah, see, so like I feel like, I feel like maybe I'm gonna have the same issue with that. I hope not. I really hope not, but yeah, they said that I'm gonna need surgery when I'm like 35. I'm like, you think I'm gonna be able to afford that when I'm 35? I won't be able to afford that, so I'll be having a shitty job for the rest of my life. But it's so scary to think about that. Like, there's two things that I always think about. It's like the mouth, our mouth and our throat, right? Because it's like, imagine having like something wrong with your throat. That's like how you breathe and that's how you eat, right? It's like the two most important things to survival. It's such a weird thought that but I'm always like, what if, knock on wood, but what if something happens to my throat? I won't be able to eat or breathe properly. Like, it's so fragile. Like, if something happens to my arm, like if my arm falls off, I'm like, okay, well, I can still survive. Like, I can still do things with my life. I can still live a regular life. But if something happens to my throat or my mouth, not good. It's not good at all. Oh, I love the tiny little sunflowers. They just shrunk down the models of the sunflowers. That's really cute. I'd never noticed that. Because usually the sunflowers are much bigger. Oh my god, that's so scary! You were probably freaking out, right? Like, I would be freaking out. If I woke up and I'm like, I can't open my mouth. That's so bad. And then you had to pay $30,000? So bad. You're probably still paying that at this point. It's like student loans. They'll forever be with you. Take out a second mortgage on the house just to get a jaw surgery. It's fucking awful. People always want to talk about, oh, it's so socialist when you have like, healthcare for everyone. I'm like, what does that even mean? What is the bad part about being a socialist country? I don't understand that term. Why do we have to have terms for everything? Why can't we just have things without being categorized into other things? Why can't we have free healthcare and still be not a socialist country? I don't understand it. There's so many things about politics that people make it way more complicated just in order to be able to have sides that they can pick on so that they can fight amongst each other. It's really bad. I don't know why this devolved into politics talks, but I don't understand politics. I really don't. I find them to be a complete ruse, all of it. Politics are garbage. Politics shouldn't exist. Anarchy for all. Burn! Burn it all down! I still need an event. Paid it off, but it was fun. Yeah, I'm sure. $30,000. That's not fun. That is not good. I mean, like, you know, I only, for my one tooth, I had to pay $350 plus the $85 it took for the examine before that, the week before that. But, you know, to me, that was money worth spent because that was, you know, only $350. And it just, you know, it needed to be done. So, but 30,000, I feel like there's no thing that like to justify that type of price. I don't know. That's crazy to me. It's insane. That's a little bit on it. Just a tad bit. Alright, let me find an event here in Ascalon City. Isn't there like down one of these routes? Isn't there like a... It's not here. One of these... There's like a named NPC. Like just a randomly named NPC. And I always wondered... It's in one of these. I'm so sure. Oh, the harpies are attacking. Maybe I should rush up there just to get that. Oh, hello. Oh, apparently I'm already part of this event now. Come on, friends. Come on up here. Oh my god. I thought there was more people here. Burn everything down. Ah. I hate harpies. My least favorite enemies in the entire game. Hate them so much. Their cries are just so annoying. Ugh. Small frenzy. Shut up. Just die already. Burn everything. More fire. Raw. Get out of here. I cleared out my freezer today, which was very sad. I realized there was a lot of stuff that, like, I'm like, this has, like, really bad freezer burn. I don't want to keep that. There's a lot of, I really need to clean out my freezer, okay? I'm just letting you guys know. I really need to do that. It was really bad. I was like, there's a lot of crap in here, and I shouldn't have all this crap in here, so. But I was just like, great. I have, like, no vegetables. I realized I had no vegetables. I thought I had like a ton of vegetables in there, and all I have in there is a bag of Brussels sprouts. Which I might actually make tonight. Explosion! Yeah. Alright, so we can move on. You don't have to go. Oh, I wanted to find that NPC. Let me find that NPC. Why am I still in combat? Can I get out of combat?
I don't suppose you could be more
Arma.
Listen, human. If I were
Listen, human.
Char would have torn
Don't
you
be
to
such
pieces
dumb
long
kid.
ago. Besides, what is life without a little mayhem?
Well, for one, it's safe. We know. We've heard this dialogue a billion times. Alright, so it wasn't in this one. Down here. Oh no, that's not even... No, it's definitely down by the wall. I do remember that there's like a path like this, and it leads to like a named enemy NPC. Down here? Does maybe someone pop up if I walk down? was like a captain or something, like a captain something something. There's no way I'm misremembering that. I feel really crazy now. Was it up here maybe? Maybe it was up here. No. That's Jorah. So weird. Picture of Jorah. Obviously, it's just supposed to be like a random person. It's so weird having this random room here like this. Feels like you would encounter someone here. Look, it's Mount Maelstrom. Jorah. It's like ore. It's like a concept art for ore. I've sworn there was something. Maybe it's further on this side? Or maybe it's in a different... No, because there's not... That just goes in here. And that doesn't have anything over there. Maybe it only comes out during... Maybe that ghost only comes out during a certain time? Is this dawn or is this... I think this is dawn, right? Is it daytime? I think it's daytime. The sky has like red colors. I remember there being like... I feel like I'm going crazy because I remember one day like trying to find out why there was like a named enemy back there, and I was like, oh, that's kind of weird, and then never finding out. Now I can't seem to find it. That's disappeared. Strange happening. Yeah, and you can go down in here now. A little side room here. I remember when way early on when the game came out and people were like, oh, you can actually like, they kind of glitched their way into this, you know, you're not supposed to be down here, like there's nothing down here. It's just really cool to think, you know, there's literally nothing in here, but because that's the heart of the faux fire, right? So. Right, let's fly out. Yeah, you used to not be able to come down here. Maybe it's further on this side. I don't think so, though. Named NPC. No, we just have that stupid statue at the end. You know who that statue is? That's Sir Titus. Does that ever, like... That's a statue of Sir Titus. He's a character from Guild Wars 1. I'm like very, very much sure about that. He later becomes War Master Titus, actually. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, War Master Titus. That's 100% who that is. Because you can actually meet him. Where can you meet him? Protect the demolition team? Oh, really? Titus appears during that time? Interesting. In Guild Wars, Titus mentions that he's a warrior and an elementalist. So he's a warrior slash elementalist dual class. That is a funky dual class, I'll tell you that. I'll show you guys the picture. I'll show you guys the picture I'm looking at. So this is the statue. $50 for a band-aid? What are you talking about? Are you talking about like American healthcare? Yeah, but this is a statue of Sir Titus right here. I don't know if they say that, but I don't think that's explicitly mentioned. Oh, there's the demolition team. Oh, I guess they do mention that because Sir Titus is gonna pop up. Oh, they're coming over here to destroy the statue. Okay, never mind. So that's not like a really interesting, did you know? It's been a long time since I've done this event. I've never not done this event. I've done this event, but.
Okay, set the charges and let's get this show on the road.
I'm doing it. Let me finish so we can get out of here.
Fine. Just hurry, okay? All these ghosts have my burst standing on end.
Yeah, so Titus actually comes out. Kind of weird that they have him like that's his Guild Wars 1 model. Wow, his dialogue. Holy crap. Back in the day.
I don't know, some long dead human. He seemed pretty ticked off about the whole thing.
Of course. We broke his precious statue. Nah. Let's get out of here.
Let's get at it. Let's get the fuck. Alright, so his dialogue was like completely. Invaders, the Char are at the gates. Burn them alive. Give them a searing for their own. Ascalon City lives because of me. I have trained heroes. You are nothing in front of me. Actually referencing us from Guild Wars 1. Come closer and learn why they call me War Master. You'll never defeat us. In the end, we will slay you. Never underestimate human tenacity. That wasn't the reaction I was expecting. Who was that guy? I don't know, some long dead human. That was War Master Titus. That's kind of cool. So they used the statue with his Guild Wars 1 model and then give him like a different looking model. That's really funny. All right, let's do the last one. Let's do Wayfarer Foothills. Wayfarer Foothills has a ton of events. I love Wayfarer Foothills. What's everyone's favorite starting area? What's like your all-time like where you're like, I really enjoy this starting area? I think most people will probably say Caledon Forest. Queen's I'm obviously like the most familiar with because I play a lot of humans, so. And reduce to recharge 6 seconds. Cool. Alright, let's go find some events. Whee. Fireworks.
Yo, come here.
Yo. I'm already going to where you're pointing. I want to say my favorite area is probably Wayfarer Foothills, but just because of all the little details, you know, I've talked about the spirits and stuff that roam the lands. Wait, wasn't this the event you wanted me to go to? Alright, hold on, let's go back to this guy. I know I said I didn't really want to mount, but... What do you want?
Yo,
yes, what do you want? What is this place? Oh, okay. I thought he was one of those NPCs that lets you know, like, hey, stuff's happening. Nope. Yeah, it's really nice, right? So, what was special about this again? There's something special about this guy. Or maybe not. Is it not this guy? My AoE isn't big enough. Oh no, this guy. Look at this guy. He's the only one of its kind. Of its kind? Of his kind. He's the only one of its kind. He's a pickpocket. He's a ambient pickpocket. I'm gonna try to... No, I don't want to print this page. Go away. So there's like a did you know that's gonna happen. Can I... Oh, he died. You can lure them... So the whole point is that you can get them out of the cage. So there's a male and a female one. And the female one, I want to say... the female one resembles... resembles the Guild one. If you look up trailers for the different classes, there was the thief one, the introduction to like all the different professions or whatever, and there's a thief one, and she looks just like the one in the thief video. I think she looks, or pretty close to it. But yeah, so, and that they're the only ones, like, that's the only time you'll see these guys, is these pickpockets. Ambient level 2 pickpockets. They will respawn at some point, I'm sure. Oh, we have the stampeding Minotaurs. Shoot them! So these are 20% chance of being a combo. I hate that. There should be a higher chance. Does anyone else agree? I feel like that should be a higher chance. We don't fire it often enough. It should be like a 50% chance. Shoot it. But yeah, the variety of environments. I mean, that's why Mount Maelstrom is so cool to me. Mount Maelstrom is probably one of my top maps. I wouldn't say top 5, but it's definitely up there with my most liked maps. Because of the varied environments. You can find every element in there, right? Like you can find so many different scenes in Mount Maelstrom. It's insane. Because you have the volcano area, then outside of the volcano area, you have like the craggy, rocky areas. You have the there's a cave to the north. You have swampy areas. There's like a really like a swampy area in the south. What is it, southwest? You have like a really big swamp there. You have the lake or the ocean. It's actually connected to the ocean, I want to say. It's not a lake, but you have that with like there's like volcanic activity in one part where you fight the Largos and stuff. Like there's like these like really cool like crevices in the ground that have like lava or whatever. You have the volcano itself. You have the Inquest base area, which is like this really cool, like, just, you know, feels very different to it. It's so varied. Like, you have the hills where all the spiders are, like, in the middle of the map. There's so many different environments in Mount Maelstrom. That's why that map is so fun to me. You know, and then you go to the Secret Garden, which is, like, just really cool itself because, again, it has like there's a lot of like really cool environments and stuff. Cool map, sure. It's a cool map. That's why there was actually a that was the reason I took the video the way that what was the video that I made in there? I think that was the video where I did, it was the second set of speculation videos, I want to say, of Elite Specialization Speculations. I mean, this is like one of my earliest videos, but I want to say I did that because I recorded, and that was something it's like a fun fact about my, you know, how I sometimes make videos. Like I kind of put a lot of thought into some of the stuff, but all of the characters and stuff were recorded on that map. So it was just like the whole video takes place on the map, but I play like 9 different characters on it in like different locations, kind of highlighting all the different, you know, environments that you can see. I'm just one-shotting everything. I feel awful, but I'm just trying to get event stuff. Like I'm taken away from all the other people. Like, look at this. I do so much shit. Alright, I'm gonna go away now. So that they, you know, some people can get their stuff. Oh, is there an event happening there? Oh, there is. Let's go steal some food.
Wanna fight a god?
It's actually a chain of events. Steal food and kick their offerings. Let's do that. Oh. See that. Yeah, so we're actually gonna get 3 events here, which is kind of cool to have a chain.
And now the main event.
Die.
Here, beastie.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. I love how, like, you know, back in the day, scaling was like, back in the day, scaling of events meant not that the enemies got stronger, but there would be just more enemies, which makes like not really that much sense anymore nowadays, you know. So like events nowadays are like different because they actually end up spawning like stronger enemies. Yes, they spawn more, but they also usually spawn stronger enemies. But back then it was just like, oh yeah, we're scaling this event to like, you know, there's 10 people here, so we're gonna spawn 10 times as many enemies. Which is just like, alright, cool. More loot for us, I guess. Alright. And last set. The last one. Last event. Yay! We did it! Get the hero's trusty satchel.
You know they'll find something else to worship. Like a flower or a tree stump.
What I was supposed to do with that.
At least that'll make them more docile. Maybe they can take up gardening.
Oh, it's a good time. I'm gonna go another 15 minutes or so. Go until, I mean, it wasn't a long stream because I was like way late, but you know, what can I say? I was taking a nap. I had like weird dreams too. Ooh. He died so fast. Ooh, I'm gonna go up in that cave. I haven't been up in that cave in a long time. Oh, dailies. Gotta do your dailies. So I'm already like, because I'm looking at the rewards, I'm already like, I'm sold out of these guys. I'm sold out of the bags and the Mystic Clovers. I've already done that. Then I got all of those. I'm gonna go for the weapons, but pretty much all the other specific rewards, but I'm just not huge on those weapons. You know? I don't know. I mean, each their own, but I'm not. I do like the red on them, but some of them are kind of cool. Like the hammer is kind of cool. But yeah, so I've kind of already gotten a lot of stuff done. I'm like, holy crap. Legendary, I'm still kind of deciding on which one I want to get. Like I said, mood. I don't use any maces though. Like I use no, like none of my characters use mace, and I know that like ranger mace is probably gonna be really good, but I'm just like, I don't know if I want that. So I'm really thinking about doing bolt, but the sword is just, I use that a lot more. Hello, Jotun friend, dead friend. We have sleeping Jotun. So this is another, I think this is another remnant of one of those, I talked about this, the heart quests, right? The renowned hearts. Like those, there used to be a lot more in the game originally. I think it was like a crazy number. And I always refer back to it because we have 300 now, 303. I think it used to be at like 900 or something. Like it was like an obscene amount of hearts that were in the game. 900 hearts, like that's just crazy. And I think when you look around, specifically the starter maps, you'll find that there is a lot of like remnants, I guess you could say, of the old hearts. I think the sleeping Jotun probably were part of that because they have like no functionality, and weirdly enough they sleep next to rock mounts. So I don't know if there was something where you're like supposed to use a rock or something to smash their heads in or something. I don't know, but yeah, that was probably, I'm definitely feeling like that was left over from yeah, it's really cool when you look at some of the specifically the lower level maps. I want to say you can really tell that there is like a lot of stuff that's left over from old events or from old hard stuff that they have. Pardon me, everyone, just coming in, destroying your base. You can kneel at this altar, which is kind of weird. You're kneeling to Jormag here. It doesn't do anything. No, stop kneeling. I want to open this chest. Yeah, there's nothing here. I don't know if that's like a personal, like a personal story thing that happens or something. I know you come in here during one of the personal stories, but I don't know if that kneeling has anything to do with it. There's also that weird, I mean, it's not weird, but it was always something that where I'm like, oh man, during the story you actually come in here at some point, and there's a character that comes from up here, and they stand here, and I'm like, oh man, I really want to know where this leads. And it doesn't lead anywhere. I mean, it could lead somewhere, right? Oh, maybe not. Well, I don't know. I mean, it could lead to like south here, that lake. That's that lake where the Sierra was. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just excited for next week. I can't wait to get my hands on the new weapons and the balance patch. We're gonna be having a good time with
I pray to the spirits, but they rarely answer.
Ow! Get over here! Ow!
She didn't even transform. That's why she was so easy. She's supposed to transform. Now I can equip it. I was trying to equip that earlier. I like it like that. I like it like that. I'm just gonna explore a little bit more. So did you see how the spirit came out of it and flew away? I talked about how in that one video I talked about how like the spirits kind of when there's nothing going on, they like circle around it or whatever, but if there's an event that happens, they fly out. I've never seen that before. That's really cool. They go away. They fly away. It's really cool. We could go south. We could go see a wolf. Or actually, you know what? I want to go north. I want to go north. Whoa, what's going on here? Someone doesn't know how to spell properly. Someone's getting stuck on the keyboard, on the keys or something. So there's also this. That's what I'm just thinking of right now. I don't know if that's really something I want to put into my my animal facts and Easter eggs video. Is these two right here. This guy?
Trouble's coming. We better be ready for it.
This guy is chasing this guy. And this I've never met. What's holding you up? It's my wolf. Shaystar? I can't catch her. She's good at staying just out of reach. Why not just let her run off? I couldn't. It's dangerous to be out here alone. Just the other day, just a bunch of trolls broke into my home and stole a number of possessions. If it's so dangerous, why do you live here? Before the weather turned foul, there was no better place for hunting. The forest provided plenty of food and game, and now the land is frozen in winter's icy grip. There's a little foraging to be had, you know? Which is kind of weird. It seems like they wrote that character's dialogue because obviously there's plenty of game here. There's rabbits everywhere in this forest. Dolyaks are literally right around the corner. There's like Dolyaks everywhere here. Kids live in this stead, like right in the same forest. So it's a little weird that the dialogue. It seems very like it seems like they had plans for this character to be something, and didn't actually do anything with him. But he does mention the trolls, which are right here. So there's a bunch of trolls, and if you go up, there's a veteran troll at the very end here. Usually there's a veteran troll around here, so yeah, up there. And there is, so another thing that's gonna come in the next video, because I already have more than enough, not more than enough, but I already have a lot of different little facts for the next animal facts and Easter egg video, and this is actually going to be one of them right here. So there is the troll under the bridge, right? And we all know about like trolls and being under the bridge, right? That's like kind of like the thing from the fairy tales, right? So we have this troll under the bridge, but it's also because the original, and I had to look this up, the original legend actually is from like, I want to say it's like a Norwegian thing or Norse thing or something, but it actually talks about 3 goats that cross over a bridge that has a troll under it. That's the original like legend of it or whatever. And this actually happens here, supposedly. I read this on the wiki. I haven't actually looked at it. Yeah, I honestly I have the list right here. I'm running out. This is like getting empty. This notebook. I'm writing a lot of stuff in it. Yeah, I ended up finding, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I found there was 2 really cool ones that I found in a corner of a map. And I don't think anyone knows about these. I've never even heard of those. I ended up when I was leveling a character randomly. It's in Snowdin Drifts. I don't even know where in Snowdin Drifts. I think it's in the like northern part of Snowdin Drifts. I found this. There was 2, I guess like 2 things that were right next to each other that were like, you know, separate from each other. They were like not the same thing, but they literally, I was just like, wow, that's interesting. And then the other thing, I'm like, oh, okay. It's like the other thing was like an interactable thing where you could actually make something happen. And I was like, oh, that's like, I always love that, right? We always talk about like how you can like talk to certain people or certain things happen or whatever, right? And it's like, oh my God, that's so cool. Like you can interact with this thing and it does something. And it has to do with like an animal. So that was really cool.
Take care, traveler. The son of Svanir was spotted by the Haven with a pack of corrupted
yeah, then there was another one that I, you know, for a long time I wanted to put in the videos, but every time I did those videos, I forgot about this one. So I wrote it down, and this one I'm not going to forget about it. Then, oh, this is another one that I've known about for a long time. So there's a couple of things. This one, there's one that I have down here. Oh, I don't. I have two. I have the first one and the last one are the exact same one, and I'm like, okay. Apparently, I forgot. By the time I got to the bottom of the list, I forgot I had already written the top. There's one really cool one that, you know, I don't know. I find kind of interesting, and maybe is like, I don't know. There's a lot of really cool things that I found already. So I have right now. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different things. So I'm kind of waiting for like 5 more things maybe to do it. If I find more, I'm sure I will. I don't. Yeah, it's supposed to have rams crossing. I think, yeah, it's supposed to be 3 rams that cross this bridge. I don't know how frequently this happens. I don't know where they come from. I saw a picture of it, but I don't know. Yes, exactly. That's exactly what it is. I was like, I forgot the name of it, but yeah, that's exactly the story. And in reference to that story, they have 3 rams that walk across this bridge that has a troll underneath it, right? You can see that guy down there. I think it's easier to, you can see what this is. But it's, I don't know. I don't know if they're like, if they're coming from somewhere or if they just like randomly appear from somewhere, or sometimes I feel like there are certain things that trigger in the environment if you, like if you walk along somewhere or something, you know, it's like triggers some NPC to appear, but I feel like that's just me hoping for something like that to happen. I don't see any 3 rams either, just like hanging out. So it's so weird how far away. Where is this wolf? Oh, she's back here. Yeah, so he's like chasing her around, and they just chase each other around. That's all they do. So, but yes, that's exactly the like fairy tale or whatever, and that's where it like originated. That's where the whole, the whole story of like the troll under the bridge comes from. You know, for you got a sharp eye, traveling across the is week. Should have planned better. Well, it was last minute. Oh, last minute thing. Okay, Son of Svanir. Is he gonna attack him? No. That's random. The Son of Svanir to
May Lissa aid you.
Slow down, what are you doing here? It's Zaitan. I figure he's going to destroy the world. My late father left some money. Whoa, why is this? What is happening here? Why am I getting attacked by Goliath? My late father left me some money, so I'm going to Tyr while I still have the time. Learn to fight, inspire others that there is still hope. Yeah, I've been thinking I should. I'm not much of a fighter though, but maybe there are groups looking into ways to fight. Oh, I heard there are groups. Maybe I could help. So he's gonna join one of the order. How far have you traveled? I made it through Gandarian fields, connected with the caravan the rest of the way to here. I went to see the Black Citadel, but I heard it was dangerous for humans to go there. Okay. Slow down with it. Then you'll die alone and cornered like a weak animal. Oh yeah? Oh well? Oh yeah? Well, it's better than running straight into suicide.
More people should learn to barter.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Random NPC.
More violets, I say.
Less violent. I always love this part right here. Usually you can go inside these towers. But this one has been like snowed in. And the door is like kind of closed. Like they could open this, but... Yeah, cool. We talked about, remember how we talked about the like, the wind kind of blowing the like snow off the mountain? I still love that. It's like one of my one of my favorite little details that I've ever seen in this game. Are these 3 rams never gonna appear? Or what the fuck? Maybe they bugged out, like our good friend, the dolphin, Echo the dolphin. Still so sad about that. Should we check on Echo? All right, I'm gonna head out in a second, but let's go check on Echo. Whoa, did this just change? Why does it say unknown? I want to go to the unknown Borderlands. I'm gonna head out in a second. But let's check on Echo. Oh. I was like, why can't I mount up? Why does it look green? You see how it's like his trail is green? Why is it like that? I used yellow on him. I colored these already. Alright, let's check on Echo. Maybe he's been restored to his former glory. It's so sad that he's like gone. I've tried it online. I mean, maybe it has to do with my server or something, but you know, it changes. I mean, this is like the Gate of Madness Desert Borderlands. I don't think I've ever been there. I mean, I don't know how this all works. Like how the different instances and stuff work. Alright, there's no enemies around. I'm just here for exploration, guys. I don't want to... Oh god, there's an enemy out there. Alright, let's just see if we can find Echo in here. Oh, looks like he's still gone. So sad. Oh my god. I'm so sad. Because he was like, I don't know what made him disappear. You know what I mean? Like, I wonder what the cause is for him like not appearing anymore. Like when I found out about that, I was just like so happy that they made a reference, because Echo is like one of my childhood games as well. It's a very hard game. It's very tough, but it's cute, and it's a very unique premise of playing a dolphin and like finding your friends that were like sucked away into like a different dimension or whatever. Well, guess he's not here. Oh well. Yeah, it's green, even though everything is yellow and red, so and orange. So I don't know where that comes from, but that's okay. That's okay. Still no rams here. That might be bugged as well. Who knows? I mean, I don't know how often they appear. I do not know. But anyways, I'm gonna head out now. Late enough. Like I said, I don't know if I'm gonna stream tomorrow. I might stream something else. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what I'll do tomorrow. Like I said, I'm trying to get videos done, so I want to get some Did You Knows done, whatever. So, but yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for everyone that was here. Scott was here again. Always a pleasure. HC. Thanks for all the theories. Kenwick Earl. Jacob. Emily. I don't know if I already said Emily. But yeah, thank you guys. Have a good night as well. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye guys.